Hello, everybody. We're back. Welcome back. Good to see you all. We're both here. Say hello. There he is. There he is. It's good to be back, guys. We have obviously been away for over a week, and we've seen some stuff. We've seen some crazy stuff, including obviously, yes, the big news: DayZ 2 confirmed. DayZ 2 actually confirmed.
It's happening.
It's happening. It's real. It's legit. We don't know a lot about DayZ 2. I mean, I don't know. We don't know anything about DayZ 2, if I'm honest with you. It's probably going to be out in a couple of years, so let's not get too excited about that.
Maybe more than a couple. Don't expect it too soon.
and then obviously, like, we've been hanging out with the DayZ devs in Prague, so we have been hands-on with Badlands. So we can tell you all about that. We know loads about Badlands. We've actually played it for many hours already, so
we basically had free access to play Badlands in Nostara, basically as much as we wanted, in a pretty full build. Not a completely full build, but a pretty full build. So we've been there. We've been exploring Nostara. Just quickly as well, I've turned on a thing on the YouTube chat. Oh, this stream is only on YouTube this morning, because we're doing a Twitch stream this afternoon if you want to join us, because we have front page on Twitch and you can't multi-stream those two things. So YouTube this morning, Twitch this afternoon. But on YouTube, there's a thing that says Q&A, and it says ask your Badlands and DayZ 2 questions here. Can someone please, like, click on that and then ask a question? And I think they'll just stack up, and in a minute or in 10 minutes or whenever, we're going to rattle through and answer all your questions. So I think you can queue up questions. So someone hit that and ask a question, and then we'll work our way through all the answers at some point soon. Okay, cool. People are doing that. Nice. Keep the questions coming in.
Keep them coming in. Yeah, we'll do a big... we'll answer loads of questions in a minute. Yeah, hello. Welcome in, guys. Hope you didn't miss us too much. We miss you.
Feels like we've been away for about a month.
Feels like ages. Feels like ages. We've done so much. We were hanging out in the Czech Republic with a bunch of other content creators that you guys know and love as well. Mostly having lots of cheap beer and staying up very, very late, having a good time.
Yeah. But we're back now. On Chinaris. Also, just to add more complicated things, today experimental Road to Badlands update drops.
Yep.
So we'll be checking that out whenever it drops. So if you know when it drops, tell us and we'll maybe swap over. But yeah, just to quickly rattle off some of the stuff we did do so that you know, because I don't know what you know we did do or what you know we didn't do. We went to Prague. We were hanging out with lots of content creators that you will know. We were in a DayZ live stream. We sat in the background of a DayZ stream and saw Marks and Martin playing Road to Badlands. That feels like about a month ago, just by itself.
Yeah, you might have seen us there in the background, awkwardly.
Yeah, we were there. And we hiked in real life from Electro to Starry Barn, which we might do today in game, which would be cool.
Yeah.
So we can tell you about that. We went to a big LAN party. It was actually really cool. We had like a big LAN party where we were all sitting in one room playing Badlands together, like right next to each other, like the old times. So that was really cool. And then on that same day, DayZ 2 was announced, so that was a big day. Then we went to Rusthaven, same post-apocalyptic festival that we went to last year, and we did a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, loads to talk about. 25 minutes into the update, is that true yet?
I believe it's Well, Mark said it'd be about 1 p.m.
Right, I am wandering into Cherno.
Cherno, I am on the tracks heading north towards you.
Oh, hang on. What do you... Hang on, what?
East.
You're on the tracks heading north?
East.
East. How east? Have you left Cherno?
No, I'm in the industrially bit.
Okay, we're well close. We're well
East
close.
side. I'm on the tracks. Stay on the tracks. It's going good. Thank you. No breaks. Hello, everybody in the chat. Good to see you guys. Will says, you guys as friends and players are my favorite. Reminds me of me and my little brother gaming. Oh, I'm glad we can bring that feeling back to you.
Did we vlog any of the trip? Vlog is a strong word. We're going to make an IRL video from our walk. We did a big hike around real life Chernarus, so we have recorded some of that. We were just living in the moment a lot though, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there's other people that vlogged more. Holly vlogged like the whole thing, so you probably see one big mega video from her. We just did the Chernarus walk because we thought that was the coolest part. It was like something we quite like the outdoorsy vlog stuff. So we did that last year with the Tizzy trip, and we did it again with this one with the exploring Chernarus. Obviously DayZ is inspired, but I didn't actually realize how accurately inspired by places in Czech Republic this actual map was based on. So we'll show you that in the video, because we're gonna do that walk in game in a bit as well to show you how similar it is. Yes, indeed. So yeah, you'll probably see us in other people's vlogs and stuff, and I'd imagine a lot of people streamed yesterday, so you've probably heard quite a bit about the trip already.
Yeah, you might have seen us in Taupe Rec as posted a vlog type thing already, and he did a lot of interviews with us everyone dressed up at Rusthaven, so that's quite cool. You want to check that out.
I'm at the train track under the bridge. The train under the bridge. You've not passed that yet, have you?
No, not yet. But yeah, it's also just fun to be like, we made a lot. We got friends, you know. We got friends now. Oh, Prague friends.
Yeah.
So if you like Taupe Rec and his PvP skills, we're friends with Taupe. We're in his video.
Yeah, it'll be even better now, because I gave him a few pointers.
Yeah. I saw you having a deep chat with him. Wonder what that was about.
Okay, right, I'm gonna hang out at the train track.
We did touch some grass. We touched a lot of grass. In fact, I don't have the numbers, but we walked. It was an unbelievable walk in blistering heat. It was like, it was borderline dangerous, the walk we did, and the heat that was out there. It was tough.
Yeah, it was ridiculously hot. There were some days where it was at least 39 Celsius, and we're just I'm doing more steps than I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, which is mental. Obviously, there's been a big heat wave in all parts of the world. I'm sure you guys have also experienced some of the heat. Did Paul stay behind again? Paul
was leading the charge. I'm not gonna lie, Paul was leading the charge.
Mate, on the walks, he was a machine. He was an absolute machine. He was more fit than I was.
But yeah, we met a lot of people. I'm sure you guys by now know who went and who didn't go, but it was so nice to meet I don't want to name people who were particularly nice or anything, but everyone was so nice. We made a lot of new friends, a lot of old familiar faces, and a bunch of new people too. So hopefully we'll be able to maintain those friendships in team ups and stuff, which would be cool. We're only streaming on YouTube today, so Sleepless, I don't know how busy your day is, mate, but we're gonna get a lot of pop-up questions that we need to answer a bunch. One of them is this. We're only on YouTube this morning because we are streaming on Twitch separately later because we have something called... we're on the front page of Twitch today, but you can't multi-stream when you're on the front page of Twitch. So we have to split our streams. So we're doing a YouTube stream, then a Twitch stream.
There you go.
You don't need to understand why, but that's what's going to happen. That's
what's going to happen this morning. YouTube stream, this afternoon Twitch stream, which does mean that probably the Twitch stream will coincide with the 1.29.5 update on experimental, which is dropping this afternoon about 1 p.m. our time, roughly speaking. So you're probably going to want to, even if you're on YouTube, you might want to switch over with us later to Twitch because we get to see loads of new stuff. We get to see loads of new stuff today in the experimental update, including the gun, which is we can say the gun, right?
We can say okay. So we can. This is like me like reaffirming to myself more than anything. We can say anything we saw on the trip. And the gun was on the stream. That was on the Road to Badlands stream.
I saw the gun, mate.
Oh, that is a more fun way of doing it. Has anyone got an idea of the gun being added in experimental today?
Yeah, what do you think it's going to be?
Someone says it. It's like, well, we've not said it.
Yeah.
We've also got the option this afternoon of Marks is playing on the DayZ account Road to Badlands along with, I think, Happy Bombs, Lexi, and Holly, and we have the option of hanging out with them if we want to, if 6 isn't a crowd, basically. It's whether we want to like crash their party or not. Maybe we could be on the same server with them, but we got an option to hang out with them later too, which is cool. Okay, well, it's It looked like the Scar to me. That's what I'm saying.
It did look like a Scar H308 rifle. Yeah, specifically.
Yeah. Which is cool.
So that's what they're adding, the Scar H. What do you think about that? Bit of a beefy gun. Quite a beefy gun to add. It's a cool gun. We'll get our hands on
that later, hopefully. Yeah, also, just a quick one. Just because it's not super obvious, but where it says ask your Badlands and DayZ 2 questions here, if you click that, it opens up a little window and it says ask a question. Hit ask a question, type in your question, and then what that does is it adds it to a list of questions that I can see. So, for example, here we go. I could do that, I think, and then do... Hang on. Click that. This is slick, isn't it? Hang on. It would be slick if I could click. What does that look like?
Tell us all you know.
There you go. So then it pops up as a question like that, and then it's like, okay, we'll answer that question, and then close question. Cool. Yeah. So we could do that in a minute. We can actually rattle through all your questions systematically. So get your questions in the little Q&A thing, and we will, in a minute, we'll just sit down and just rattle through all of them at once.
I'm at the bridge train place.
Yeah, I'm slightly beyond it in a bush.
Cool. I'm here somewhere.
So yeah, get your questions in. It could be about anything, really. The trip, Badlands, DayZ 2. We can tell you everything we know. And that's actually true this time.
On the bridge.
I see ya. Yeah, you keep running down that road, I'll intercept.
Okay. Is the Scar only on the Zdara? Good question. Put in the questions list.
Oh, was that you there? Right, I'm next.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Right, take that.
Okay. Nice. Very nice.
Let's keep going.
Okay, well, do you want to do the questions? Or is it question time?
We can do some questions. For sure.
Yeah, keep your questions
right.
coming as we're answering them, because we'll get to the bottom. Keep feeding us. Keep feeding us.
Yeah, keep giving us questions and we'll keep answering them once and for all. But we should say, we've just got back from Prague. We went on a trip where they announced DayZ 2, but they also showcased Badlands. Now, we went there. I went there. I don't know what I expected. Didn't expect DayZ 2 announcement.
Nope.
But I expected to learn a bit more about Badlands. What I didn't expect is for us to do a massive LAN party where we got to play hours of Badlands and then also have basically unlimited access to playing Badlands for a few days afterwards. So I could tell you, we've played a lot of Badlands.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I've been to maybe the endgame bunker, or at least a place that looked a lot like what the endgame bunker would be. So we've not just scratched the surface. We've got fully stuck in. I don't know what you guys know is in it, but we could tell you. But we'll start by answering some of these questions. I think a guy just went in the house, by the way.
I will also say, like, just my thoughts, really, overall thoughts on what I saw, which is that I was pleasantly surprised, and I actually think it looks fantastic. And I think it's going to be really good. I genuinely believe it's going to be really, really fun. I was a bit worried because, like, it's inspired by a map called Pakistan, but honestly, it played so different. It played so much better. It was so much fuller. The landscape was way better designed. It wasn't like an open, barren place like you would think. It was much more like luscious. And
got hit with a chicken.
Oh, and there were so many cool new features that we're going to get onto as well. You can't hit with a chicken.
Apparently not. I don't know, that might just be on here.
I don't know.
Tons of cool new features.
So, like, unbelievable features that we did not expect at all, which is funny.
I would say pleasantly surprised might be, like, in my perspective, maybe even underselling it slightly, because
yeah.
I think the vibes of the people that play tested it were really, really positive.
Yeah.
I think compared to, like, the first impressions of Sakan, I think this blows Frostline out the water. Oh, I don't know what you guys know is in. Obviously, we'll talk about it all, but they over-delivered, in my opinion. Like, massively from what I thought it was going to be. And you could tell that all the devs that we spoke to, who, by the way, lovely, and we hung out with lots of them all week, they were so excited about this one, and they were so proud of it. You could tell. And it was justified. So what I'll do is I'll get the first question up, and we will answer it.
Okay, question number 1.
I'm going to sort of just pick and choose questions, like going down the list. Right. Question 1 is, did you get a chance to ride the motorbikes? How was it? So, okay, so we did a LAN playtest, and they basically just opened a server, and it was a full server, so full map, full server. I think it had like maybe like 30 to 40 players on the server because all the devs played along with all the content players, and they just popped you on the map and said, right, you've got a few hours, go and explore. Obviously, none of us knew the layout of the map. None of us knew anything. We just had to just straight up go in and explore. I got really lucky because within the first, let's say 15 minutes, I walked into a little village and I found like a moped. I don't know what the exact name of the vehicle is, but it's a moped and it was fully kitted out. So I actually have probably spent close to 2 hours just driving the moped around Nezdara, and it really gave me like a advantage because I was just zooming off to like end game locations. I can tell you that there's two. Oh, by the way, just before we started the stream, I was standing on this bridge.
Yeah.
And I was just standing there. I was about to jump off and respawn. This car comes around the corner, slams into the fence, and 2 people go uncon. And then I killed him, stole all their stuff. Anyway, there's 2 vehicles. There's a dirt bike and there's a moped. The moped is a 2-seater. The dirt bike is a 1-seater. To fix them up, all you need is this is testing my memory now. Spark plug and fuel. Pretty sure. And they have no storage.
No battery?
Don't quote me 100%. No, I don't think so. Not on the moped anyway. Don't quote me 100% on anything we say, by the way, because it's all based off stuff we've seen and remembered, that we haven't been like given information.
It's also a build. It's not a final build. So even if it was exactly how we say, things still can change by the actual release of Badlands, the DLC.
Yes. And so I was zooming around. It's really cool, right? They've added loads of new animations. So basically, if you get on a bike and it's like not powered on at all, you can scoot around with your feet. Like you can just push yourself like down the road without it even being powered on. So in theory, if you run out of gas, you could just scoot all the way down.
I didn't think
mainly
of that.
It's mainly used for like navigating like small alleyways, because these Nezdara towns are so like cluttered with like bits and bobs that if you get stuck in an alleyway, you can like do this really cool agile scooting around motion to like turn around and like.
How slow is it? Is it pretty slow? I guess if you were to try and scoot to the petrol station down there.
Yeah. You wouldn't mainly be scooting, but it's cool for like turning around. It's also, there's a really good animation of like, do you know like when you're getting in a car and you've got that moment where you're sitting still and you might get shot? You could get on, you could scoot forward, then start the engine and like zoom off.
That's
so it's
cool.
quite a good way of like not getting shot. So I'm using the word scoot. I mean like pushing with your feet, like
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Like walking it.
It handled really well. I only fell off once. I hit a rock and unconned. I fell off the bike and I woke up unconned on the floor, but the bike was fine. I know a few other people got motorbikes and were doing some more crazy stuff, but I played it pretty sensible and was just like, I basically, we'll talk about this when we talk about the map later, but I worked out pretty quick, because I found a compass too, that you spawn in the north, or at least on this playtest. No, I guess you'd always going to spawn in the north. They're not going to change that. You spawn in the north, and I just drove south. And I'll talk about what we found later. But yeah, I just drove, driving up massive mountains, driving through little villages, driving to heli crashes. It was really, really cool. I would say, based on the track record of like DayZ vehicles, this one is very slick and like solid.
And I did
go on the dirt bike though.
You didn't go on the dirt bike. No, I didn't go on any bike. So we had different experiences. I was very immersive on foot, running around villages and stuff. I was gonna say I don't think we got confirmation of bikes being on Chernarus. I don't think they denied or confirmed. I think they said we're not sure, maybe.
Yeah, we asked, and I don't know the answer to that. I like to think that they will be, because they kind of like make sense. There's no reason why you wouldn't have a moped on here.
You'd think so, unless you're gatekeeping it for the DLC, so if people buy it, that makes sense too.
Yeah. So yeah, bikes very, very
awesome.
cool. 2 types of bikes. Dirt bikes, mopeds. I'm sure that dirt bikes are 1-seater and mopeds are 2. I'm not sure, but I think. But yeah, really cool and needed addition.
Oh yeah, I mean, people have been asking for like dirt bikes for years, so that's really cool they're finally doing it. It really does. It adds to the setting. Dirt bikes Dirtbags are cool. And they just make sense in Apocalypse for some reason. Don't know why.
Yeah. So yeah, dirtbags really, really cool. Right, let me quickly jump in a bush and get the next question up. If you have a question, just so it doesn't get lost to time, click on the hang on, let me get it back up again. Click on the thing at the bottom, the Q&A thing, and add it to the list, and we'll work our way through it. Right, tell you what, give me I'm just gonna jump in a shed. You know this guard shack? I'm gonna go in the toilet just for 2 seconds.
In that case, I'll rattle through some random questions I can see from the questions tab.
Okay.
Is it in the Armorer Forger engine? If you mean Badlands, then no, it's in the current Infusion engine that DayZ uses. It's still DayZ engine version of the Infusion engine. If you mean DayZ 2, yes, DayZ 2 will be on the same engine as Armor 4, which will be a really much later version of the Infusion engine. Will we get any new vehicles with Badlands? Yes, the motorbikes. We talked about 2 new motorbikes. Other than that, there's no other new vehicles. I'll save a big question for when George is back. How frequent are wells? Again, that's such an interesting question because the map is so uniquely designed. Because obviously water and drinking and heat is such a big deal on the new map, and they've added some cool things. So I will say, I never saw a well. I don't think I know anyone who saw a proper well. They do exist, but they do require fixing. So you have to build them. There was a big thing about building and rebuilding stuff on this new DLC. We'll get to that in a bit. But there's an interesting focus on rebuilding things, and one of those things was the wells. I didn't see the well. I didn't know what it looked like. It was probably just a pile of rubble somewhere in a street. But one thing that I did find, which was pretty cool, was I don't know if they're dynamic, but me and some other content creators did find a water truck, and it's basically a truck that's parked on the side of the road that is essentially you can get water out the back of it. I don't know if it was dynamic or not. It could have been just maybe just always there as part of the world. And then there was something really special. There was something very, very cool, which might become an integral part of the map, which is basically a hole in the ground, right? It was a hole in the ground, but it was covered. It was blocked. It was filled in with rubble and stuff. And then you press tab on it, right? You press tab, and it shows you there, whoa, a hole. It shows you a hole in your inventory screen. And then it says it's got a slot for some sticks and some rope. And if you combine loads of ropes with loads of sticks, you can repair the hole. Okay? Once the hole is repaired, you can go down that hole. That's right, you can go underground. Now there's a new big thing about they've added underground tunnels, which is something that other maps have never done before. It's a whole new sort of mechanic, I guess, in the engine, where now we can have underground labyrinths and stuff without having to have weird terrain. Normally, when you play a modded map nowadays, it's all janky, weird terrain because they forced an underground bunker. But now they literally had, so you go down there, and the reason I'm mentioning this, because it might be important, it's an underground tunnel, and it's got water. I don't know if it was fresh, but they have water, these tunnels, so they're very useful for getting drink and also navigation, because apparently you can travel like thousands of kilometers within those tunnels. and they were very claustrophobic. It was about the size of like a 1 meter. It was like a 1 by 2 meters tall. Quite claustrophobic looking tunnel, but very cool. Would be very exciting to bump into players down there. Very, very fun. And you can periodically pop up at other ladders, but if they're not built, you cannot. That's the thing. So there's a whole thing around the community. So like the people on the map rebuilding stuff to open it up to everyone. So if someone rebuilds the ladder hole down to the tunnel, that's now open, I think, in maybe till reset or to a certain amount of hours. So maybe after 20 hours, it will go back to being broken again, and then that'll need to be repaired again. So,
you hear that? Or are you guessing that? Because I thought it was like essentially like permanent until I don't know. We don't.
I'm
know
not entirely sure, but that is the last way of getting water that I know of. So that was how to get water in Badlands. Just how to get water. Rebuilding wells.
Dynamic spawning.
Dynamic
water
trucks. And tunnels.
Tunnels. The interesting thing, I don't know, you probably said this already. The only tunnel thing I've got is it like flows down from the mountains into the center of the map, and apparently you could travel thousands of kilometers underground if you chain together all of these irrigation tunnels.
Yeah,
very weird, but cool addition.
Super cool, and maybe would unlock some unique possibilities for modders as well, which is important. The undergroundness of stuff.
Yeah, lots of the stuff that they're adding in this DLC will empower the modding community to do very cool custom map designs and features, like for example, building underground, potentially. Okay. Here's a question. Did you come across a dust storm? Does it hurt you? Are you safe inside buildings? Brilliant question. And also sort of links on with the old tunnel thing, because yes, there are sandstorms and they are map wide, but they are very, very cool. They actually flow in across the map from one side to the other. So you might be on a server with your friend who gets, and you can visibly see it, by the way. You can see it coming. It comes across the whole sky, and you can see it coming, and then it will encapsulate you in dust. But your mate, who's over the other side of the map, he's not yet in dust storm, because it actually physically travels across the whole map. So he'll be hit with that in a few minutes' time, and it will hit him later, which I think is really, really cool. And again, adds the devs specifically talked about that feature could be used in so many cool ways for modders, including Battle Royale gas storms closing in, for example. But from what we saw, well, in fact, George, you were in one of the dust storms. Yeah, so in the LAN party, I think I was underground in like a bunker, so I didn't experience it in the LAN party, but we got to play over the next couple of days. And yeah, so the sandstorm experience is basically, imagine just looking out over the hill and just seeing a big wall of sand coming, blowing around. Once you get inside it, you start to have some like bad side effects, so your vision starts to deteriorate. You have like a veiny eye, like veins on your thing. The longer you stay in, the worse your symptoms get. You can obviously go inside to get out the storm, and you can wear face and eye coverings. If you don't wear face covering, like a mouth covering, you start coughing, spluttering, and I believe like your hydration goes down, and then eventually your health starts going down. If you don't wear eye covering, how crazy is this? You basically start to go blind. So I had an experience, and in the version we played, the sandstorm wasn't finalized. I think it needed a little bit of tweaking. But I had an experience where I was caught out in the middle of the desert in a sandstorm, And obviously you can't see where the buildings are because your visibility goes to like, I don't know, 10-meter radius or something. And I had an experience where basically I started to cough, splutter, then I'd go blind, and then my experience is running blind, literally running blind, black screen, but running, then falling unconscious, then getting back up, then quickly going blind again, falling unconscious, getting back up, and then the health is tanking the whole time. So basically, if you're not prepared for the sandstorms, you will have a miserable experience. So you're going to need to pack face coverings, goggles. I think helmets work. Anything that covers your eyes or your
yeah, I had a
mouth.
full gas mask in the first one, and I was absolutely fine.
Yeah. And I guess sort of like on a similar note about like the environment and the temperature and stuff, you also hydration is a big thing, right? And the sandstorm will tank your hydration.
Yeah.
So you need to stay hydrated, and yeah. I might as well answer another question, which is basically like PvE wise. I drove a bike around a lot, so I didn't have like the full picture of how tough it is to like get water and all that because my stats are pretty solid. But you can overheat, and there is now a feature where you can basically pour water over your own head.
I did have to do that a couple of times. So I found one of the new cooking pots, which is like a ceramic sort of cooking pot, that orange, and pretty cool. And they're new to that. There's loads of new assets, by the way. I'll just throw that out there now. Loads of new assets, loads of cool new stuff. One of them was the pot. So like I was obviously on foot. You were on a bike, I was on foot, but so I was having to deal with the heat. At points I was dehydrated, trying to find wells and struggling because I didn't know where I was going. But I was also having to dunk my clothes in the pot every now and again to get them wet. That was the only way I could sort of stay a little bit cool. And even then, it was very, very hot outside. But they have added loads of new clothes. So loads of fun new clothes with which are low heat resistance. So
yeah, we'll rattle through all like the clothing and stuff in one, like everything we've seen. Just quickly, you can die in the storm. I did die in the storm. Yeah, just gradually you'll deteriorate, and then you'll get to a point where your health is just red, and you're just blind, fluttering, red health, collapsing. In the desert, and it will eventually get you, but it would take a while. And I think they might tinker with how long the storm lasts for. It might blow over slightly quicker in the new version.
And just on the survivability of the desert mechanics, someone else has asked, will it be harder than Frostline? I actually think Frostline will be harder than this map. I think this map won't be as hard as Frostline. There's something about the coldness that makes, and the frozen food and stuff that makes Frostline very, very tough. This one's probably a bit more manageable. You just got to have a lot of water.
Yeah, it sounds bad. There's not a permanent sandstorm either, so it's like if it's just like if you got the right clothing on and there's no sandstorm, you just sort of kind of, I don't want to say chilling, but like if you know where to look for water. I really we're going backwards a little bit, but I really like the idea of dynamic spawning water trucks. The idea of like on Chinaris, you know where there's a well, so you can autopilot just go for it. But imagine being red hydration, heading to a town, but then not being a water truck where there usually is. That would be fun.
From what I saw, and you saw a lot of the map too on your bike or different places, I didn't see a single pond or puddle. There's dried up rivers, and there was no water. What did you see?
Yeah, I think we had that confirmed, that there's no water sources outside of irrigation tunnels, found loot like drinks, and the dynamic spawning water trucks. But no, hang on though. But yeah, the wells come into play with the irrigation things,
and they're repairing the wells. I'm gonna get a coffee quick, so you rattle off another one.
I'll chat away. Bold place to AFK. We are on a popular server. Yeah, so once again, if you go down and click on the Ask Your Badlands and DayZ 2 questions, hit that and then ask a question, we get a list of them. We get a big list of them sent to us, and I can just work my way through it. Who has the most kills, George or John? On Badlands, like I said, I got on a bike really quick. I got really jammy. So I was away exploring some end game locations, which we'll talk about in a minute. John did definitely get a kill, because John was sitting next to me, so I could see what he was doing. I just want to say how cool that LAN party was. We walked in and there was like a room with like 20 to 30 PC setups, and we all picked a setup, and we just sat there. And you look around the room, and it was just like a who's who of DayZ streamers all together in the same room, playing DayZ together. It was like, I think there's a photo. There's definitely a photo which maybe one day will surface. We weren't allowed to take any ourselves, but it was such a cool experience, that LAN party. Very, very fun. So yeah, glad to say we made it back in one piece. We did indeed. Probably had a photo of the LAN party. Nice. Okay, right. You can imagine campers at water supplies then. So you can't camp dynamic trucks because they are maybe not there. The tunnels are really interesting. So basically, I found one quite early on, and just running through the desert. It's a hole in the sand, and it's got like log barricade on it. And I believe it was something like 20 sticks and 2 rope, something like that. You have to build the ladder. So you go and fill it up like you would an improvised tent. And then you craft the ladder, and then you can climb down into the thing, and then you put your water sources. And you can also then walk along, and you can chain these tunnels together. So essentially you can travel below the surface of the map in these cool little tunnels, which is really cool. Really cool. Did you bump into others in game or maybe kill them? I only bumped into Taupe. I literally ran around spawn for about 5 minutes, found a bike, and I was off. Don't want to brag or anything, but I got told that I saw the most of anyone at the LAN party in terms of like most stuff on the map. But you know, that's sort of, you know, makes sense, doesn't it? Survival girl like me. Black Vault, thank you very much for the 2 months. Appreciate it. How are the rebuilding mechanics? We'll probably talk about that. We're trying to like compartmentalize these questions a little bit. I could talk for hours about it all, but I kind of want to follow question to question. So we'll talk about rebuilding. I can tell you that we did. I don't think anyone rebuilt like a building, and I don't think anyone rebuilt a well, just because we didn't have tons of time. We had 2 hours in that first session. But we will talk about that. How big is the map? I don't have that number to hand, unfortunately. Do you spawn in the north or the south? You spawn in the north. I had a good... Basically, I spawned in... We spawned in, and I found a compass, and I found a motorbike. And when you look around on Nasdara, the way that they do out of the map, right? They do... On Chernarus, there's just flat land out of the map. The way they do it on Nasdara is massive mountains. Huge sandy mountains. And you can tell by looking around, like, because you can see the mountains, you can essentially see the edge of the map. And technically you can go up the mountains and you can go down the other side. But down the other side is flat land, debug, whatever you want to call it. So the edge of the map is shown by these big mountains. So what that means is I looked around and I just saw, right, to the north is a row of massive mountains. So I thought, probably we're in the north, spawning in the north, and we should head south. So I just pointed south and went, and that worked. Apparently there are some big mountains also in the map, but there was quite clear mountain lines of like, that's got to be out the map stuff. I did end up biking up one of them just for a view, and it was kind of cool. But I also hit the edge of the map. Another way they identify the edge of the map is by having like broken down bridges and rubble blockages on roads. So if you follow roads for too far, instead of them just ending, they have like broken bridges and rubble to like guide you that this is the edge of the map. Is it releasing today or later in July? That's the only thing I don't know if we can say. That's the only thing I've got a question mark about whether we can say or not. Can we say when it releases? It's the only thing that I'm not sure if we're supposed to know or not. Let's not say it.
It comes out.
That was too big of a pause.
It's not that. It's not that far away.
Yeah, but also not that close. I don't know. Well, you can work it. You can have a good guess. Okay, right. Let's try and do these in like really specific questions. Let's tackle one question at a time.
What did you just cover?
Covered spawning in the north, basically, just like
Layout of the map. Did you say?
Not really. I was going to save that one. I can answer this one confidently. Are you more excited for Badlands and Frostline? 100%. And by the way, we should say we're not like just because they took us on a trip, we don't have to say it was good or not. But genuinely, much more excited for Badlands than Frostline. When you look at them side by side, to me, it's Badlands is so exciting. Okay, right. I'm gonna pick a question and pin it, and then let's stick to that question, because otherwise I'm gonna forget what we've talked about and what we've not talked about.
Yeah,
Someone said there's a couple of really like nice, easy ones. Any new animals? Any new animals? Well, this is quite a big, unexpected thing. Does anyone know the new animal that is confirmed that we've seen? Where did you go, by the way? I had to tab out quickly there.
Oh, just back towards Barn Street.
Okay. Does anyone know the new animal that is confirmed? I'll give you one guess. Because there is, I believe, one confirmed one that we saw, and I think they even confirmed that there will be more than that.
Camel.
It's interesting that you don't know, because I thought this information was just out there now.
It's
Can you please pin a question while you're answering them? Yeah, I would love to. The problem is I've got to tab out to do that. But yeah, I should say this. I should. I will do it going forward. No one knows.
No one's got it. No one's got it. It's super. It's a cool animal.
I'll be honest with you. I was genuinely shocked when I saw it, because it's one that people talk about a lot, and it's not. I didn't think there was any chance of it being added. The animal that we saw was a dog.
Dog.
An actual dog.
Yeah. So random.
And you think that's not weird enough?
Yeah.
It was a dog that was wearing armor.
I don't know why they went with dog wearing armor, but they did, and it's in the game, and you encountered one.
I came out of a bunker thing, and I guess I just heard a noise, and I was like, what's that? And it was a dog wearing armor, like not like a suit of armor, like you see it on the mod sometimes, where it's like a plate vest for a dog, I guess. Yeah, like an Alsatian, I think, or yeah, like a German Shepherd thing. And I came out, and it killed me.
It destroyed you.
It killed me. Literally right at the end of the playtest. I'm talking like 5 seconds before they shut down the server.
Yeah.
You were sitting next to me.
I saw it happen.
Dog. I showed you, like, look at this. There's a dog. And I think it one-shot me. I don't know if it was supposed to. But it killed me. Dog with armor killed me. Confirmed. And I did ask some questions, some follow-up questions to people, and they cannot be domesticated. You cannot train them. You cannot own the dog. It is just there. And I suppose lore-wise, it's...
Wild dogs make sense anywhere. And you could add it to
Yeah,
Chinaris.
but who's put the plate on it?
The plate armor is a weird choice. It's a bit extra. It's a bit extra. But whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, a survivor, you'd put it on it to keep it safe.
Yeah.
Zombie bites, yeah. I'm at Red Barn now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but there are no AIs, humans. So like, it would have just had to survive for like ages with that armor on. But yeah, dogs confirmed. It was cool. It was actually cool. Slightly not what we expected, but can't complain really.
That's me. I shot goat.
And yeah, can we make a fire? That would make answering these questions a lot easier.
And I got yeah. Come live up here.
And I asked, and a lot of the devs were like duck and dive when you ask them questions, but sometimes you can like get them to answer straight. And it seems like there will be more animals. There will be more animals when it full releases. I don't know exactly what, but I don't think dog will be the only new animal. Oh, yeah. Goats, chickens, they're still on Nazara too. But in terms of new stuff, military dogs.
I already thought this. There was a weird. There's a bush that if you walk past, it makes the sound of a rattlesnake. But I tried to find the snake and I couldn't find the snake. But there was a bush making the sound of a rattlesnake that I did find.
Just a quick one. Side question. Someone said, did you meet Task Force Gaming from Armour? Yeah, there was a few Armour guys there. Shout out to Task Force. Lovely guy. We spent the whole week with Task Force.
Oh yeah,
shout out to Task
super
Force.
nice, super nice.
Okay, I'm in this red house. I'm about to pin another question. Right. New vehicles, we've done that. Okay, this is a good one. This is a beefy one. Again, just for context as well, we were on DayZ's stream on like the Monday, and we were sitting there, and it's funny to watch it back now, but we were saying stuff like, oh, when's DayZ 2 coming out? When you add in code locks? When you add in base building? All of this like sort of half joking questions that we were like, oh, that's not like this stuff's never gonna happen. And then cut forward to a few days, we play Nazdara, walk into a house, tab, and it's like what I don't know what the exact menu said, but like essentially
Rebuild.
You can now rebuild and fortify houses. So there's a whole new base building system.
That's massive. That's massive, right? We've always talked about it like, oh, imagine if you could board up a window to a house. You can do that now. That is the new base building on Nazdara. You can board up doors and windows. Instead of having a big wood, ugly, stupid wall thing they have currently, you can actually board up the doorways, and you can even upgrade them to better and better quality materials, which is pretty cool. So like from wood to stone to brick, you can fortify buildings. Not almost any building. It was the local residential buildings you could do. So the Takistan looking houses, they're the ones you can repair up and basically claim as your base, and you can code lock them.
Yeah. Very, very cool. So basically, we walked into some houses and you tab, and like, you know how you'd like tab to look on the floor? There'll be a bunch of slots that have like the required like supplies that you need to build. You pop them in. You can also like go to the door frames and stuff, and if you look at the bottom of the door frame, you can scroll through options for building. But yeah, we saw fortified houses with like stone walls. Really, really interesting addition. So now you've got another way of like, you don't have to build a base, you don't have to bury a stash. You can claim a building, which is
you can,
so
yeah.
unexpected.
So code locks are confirmed, yes. How they work is they actually need a battery in the ones that they've made for official. So there'll be code locks, but they need a battery to function. But still, fantastic news, especially for console players who have needed the code lock for so long. That is coming to the game. Look at this. We've got a gun.
We've got a repeater and a rack. Oh, I'll take the ammo. So yeah, base building confirmed. Obviously, no one really had time to do it because we only played like 2 hours. So we've not seen it in action as such. But yeah, you can board up doors, windows, rebuild roofs, add code locks. Code locks alone. Take any one thing that we've spoken about, and it would be like huge news. Docks,
huge.
Code locks, rebuilding, fortifying,
Huge.
bikes.
That's what when we're saying we're excited for this DLC and it's actually good. This is what we're talking about. There's so much good stuff in here that everyone's gonna love. Like, they went above and beyond. I did not expect the base building update to be part of this. Although I will say, the base building update will not be on any other map. It will be on the DLC only, as far as
at
far as
least
they
to become
say.
a bit specific to like the buildings on Nasdara. So like you wouldn't be able to do it in this house, for example. Not that this house would actually be on there, but you get the idea. So yeah, base building, very, very cool. We haven't got tons more to say on that just because we didn't do it. We know it exists, but we didn't like get time to build a base or anything. I've just realized I've had the wrong window open, so I've been looking. I've missed a bunch of stuff. So yeah, any new character skins, new zombie skins, loads of new zombie skins. No new character skins. So yeah. Right, I'm going to pick another question. Let's have... Did we get to record any gameplay? No. I'm going to rattle through a few ones that are lingering that like I can answer in like a sentence. Did we get to record any gameplay? No. What new... Okay. This is a good one. Oh, hang on. Yeah, nice. What new guns did we see? So I guess we do weapons. What new weapons did we see? There are, not that we saw them actually, or I don't think anyone saw them, but there are definitely new melee weapons, like, I guess like knives. I don't know what the exact words for them are. They're out there. But in terms of new guns, well, we didn't see it, but it's been basically confirmed that the Scar H, is that correct? The 308 Scar is in, alongside a new sight.
New sight. And there was actually a new pistol in the... I got my hands on it. It's the Luger. The Luger pistol has been added. It's a 9mm, similar to the P1. Luger pistol was added to Badlands, and I did get my hands on it as well. So that is confirmed.
I had that for a bit. It has a very cool reload animation. Slightly unique and interesting.
And the friendly knuckle dusters confirmed. We saw those in the 1.29 experimental update, which, by the way, is coming later. So coming later today, we'll be able to get our hands on some of the new stuff, including the desert plate, desert helmets, scars, friendly knuckle dusters, loads of new stuff. We can play that later today in experimental because they're releasing some of the Road to Badlands content prior to the Badlands release. Don't know why they're doing like that, but they are. I think it's just to test, just for tests, I guess. But
yeah. So yeah, so at least those two. There might be more. Bear in mind, this is everything we've seen. Isn't everything? It's not. We didn't play a finished version of Badlands on Nasdara. We played a quite full version, but not completely finished. So I'm sure they're holding some stuff back. So over the next few months, they could be like announcing cool little bits and pieces. But yeah, definitely Luger we had. Cool little pistol. Scar, confirmed. I don't know where the Scar will spawn. I'm guessing it's like top tier and it will spawn in military stuff. I went to about 4 heli crashes and endgame military locations. Didn't find it at all. But this is an interesting thing that I probably would have forgot to say. There are you know how on Sakao you have keyed containers, and you need to find a key and open a container? Well, they're back in Badlands, but they look slightly different, and they have like a little window, so you can sort of peek in to see what's in there, and there's like gun racks, and you can see like your top tier guns stacked up against the wall. But you need to find keys. I don't know where to find the keys. I don't know how. I'm guessing they're dynamic spawning containers. I don't know if anyone actually got in one, but we heard a lot about those. So maybe the scars in them. Maybe the scars are heli crashes. Maybe the scars in an endgame bunker. Maybe the scars just a rare military gun. I don't know. I will say that obviously the map has... Maybe this is a whole new question, so I'll introduce it like a whole new question. I'll tell you what, I'll even pretend someone asked it. Someone says, what about buildings? What do the buildings look like on Badlands? You'll be happy to know it's not just Chernarus buildings plonked in a desert. That's the good news. Loads of new buildings. Obviously, you've got your... Some of them do look very Takistan. You know, like the... You can imagine them. The Takistan buildings. They're there, but it's not just them. Because that's one thing I didn't like about Takistan was... It was just those everywhere. There's lots of new ones too. Like the PDs look different. The hospitals look different. There's... Do you know, like... There's like tents. Instead of like hunting cabins, I was finding my hunting loot in like cool, colourful tents up in the mountains. So yeah, loads of new assets. Loads of new assets.
And one thing that the world building, sort of almost on another question, but the world building was awesome. And the buildings that are like the Takistan buildings that you would get, you know, when you get a modded... Well, for example, Takistan, someone modded that map and put those buildings in, but they're barren. Whereas DayZ, obviously, with their team of awesome creators, have that everything's so rich and full. So you go into a house and there's like it's just full of stuff, like carpets and cushions and shelves. It feels almost like overwhelmingly busy because we're so used to these. Like even this house here we're in now. So barren, like it's so stupid and barren, right? It's like, well, where's the rest of your stuff? But they've really, it feels really full. The world feels very full, which is nice, and that's also very important on such a big map that they've made it feel full. When you're in there, you feel enveloped in stuff.
Yeah, the world building was really good, and yeah, loads of new buildings. There's even like how do I explain it? Rather than just like plonking the same buildings in different towns and calling it a day, I didn't hear about it. I think maybe Minder went, but there's like people were talking about like a palace. There's like a one-off point of interest palace with like it might have had like they called it like a torture room or something, where like there's like you go downstairs in a palace and there's like a room that's like specifically designed in a really cool, unique way, which is like a once on a map location. Does that make sense? There's not many once on a map locations in Chernarus. In fact, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like one building on the map where it's like, oh, the building with the thing. They're all like kind of the same. So there's a lot more like full. I don't know. There's been loads of attention to detail put in. Just quickly, Taylor, thank you for the tier 4, 41 months.
Kazoo.
Why are they finally calling it DayZ 2? What do you mean by that? I don't understand that question.
Thank you, Taylor, for the tier 4. 41 months is huge. Thank you. And it's good to see you again, Taylor. I hope you're well. The reason they're calling it DayZ 2 is because alongside Badlands, we also got a DayZ 2 announcement, a confirmation that DayZ 2 is being worked on right now as we speak and is in production. That is confirmed by Bohemia themselves. So that's pretty exciting news, as well as the Badlands DLC. But that's going to be a long way in the future, the DayZ 2 stuff. But it's nice to know it's coming, and it's definitely coming. So, not too bad. We
could also say that all anyone's seen about DayZ 2 is basically, we went on one of the days. We're having a barbecue at the one of the offices where they mainly make armor, and they put us all on the back of a truck. Do you remember the name of the truck? Type of truck it was?
V3S.
V3S. We were all on the back of a truck, and we just went for what we thought was a drive. We thought, oh, this would be fun. We just jump on the truck and go for a drive. And so we're all on the back of the truck, and then we turn a corner, and there's like a small crowd of people, and then there's a big banner with the 2 on it, which is probably what you guys have seen the photos of, and a guy standing next to it, who we'd never seen before, and sort of the announcement to us was DayZ 2 is, I guess, unofficially confirmed, is being worked on, because they haven't like announced it from there. There's been no direct announcement from DayZ themselves yet, so it's like unofficially confirmed. And the guy in the photo, I don't know if you've seen the photo, but there's a guy leaning against the tree with the banner. He is a guy called David. He is, I want to say, the project lead. I don't know. Basically, he's like the main man in charge of DayZ 2. And actually, over the next few days, we hung out with David quite a lot. Lovely guy. We spoke to him a lot. We suggested things. We were like, he's very open to suggestions. So I think it's very, very, very early development, but confirmed unofficially that it's happening. So very exciting. I wouldn't hold your breath for like, you know, DayZ 1 will be around for a long time before we play DayZ 2. But it's just very nice to know that it is happening. It is happening. Just quickly, someone asked about predators. I got killed by a dog, an actual dog. So I guess that is technically a predator. Kind of weird that dogs kill you. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, they could have made them friendly, right? Because if it was like a domesticated
But then what
dog,
do they add to the game if they're just friendly, but you can't train them? I guess they kind of had to kill you otherwise. But no one's going to eat a dog.
But some people are got killed the dogs. You have to kill them.
I mean, I didn't kill it, but maybe it had loot in its little...
In his little vest. Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
trying to think of what it adds to the game that like a wolf doesn't. Anyway. Cool. Right. I'm going to pick another question. Is everyone enjoying the Q&A? Is this a good way of doing it? I feel like it's sort of nice to do it in like a systematic way.
Yeah. It's good to go give a full answer to each one.
Yeah. Some of them we've sort of covered. Will Badlands ever come to console? Yeah. Yes.
So
that's sort of the whole point, really.
Yeah, everything we're talking about is coming to console. Everything we're talking about is console and PC at the same time. It's the next DayZ DLC. Everyone gets it. So code lock, space building, dogs, you're all getting it. Everyone's getting it. You're gonna have to pay for it, obviously. That's another question. Someone asked, how much is it gonna cost? It is gonna cost less than $30. That's what I can say. So I would guess $25 to $29.99, somewhere around there.
Someone asked one, I can't actually find it to pin it, but someone asked one about new food. And I can say that there is definitely new food. I think you spawn with figs instead of like apples and pears. Figs was like a new like spawn food. Also, there was another like, did you get there's another jarred food?
Yeah, I found multiple new food. So there was like jars. I couldn't read them because it's like different language, but it's like I found a new can and a new jar of food. So yeah, there's new regional foods included in the game. So like there's new everything. So it's a whole package of new stuff. There's going to be probably, we know there's going to be new animals. We don't know what. So some of them you can probably eat as well. Maybe like some desert fox. I don't know.
It'd be something like that, yeah.
Yellow Belly, thank you for the 42 months. Hello, John. Hello, George. Hello, whoa. Hello. Thank you for the membership, Yellow Belly. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Other than that, food-wise, there was some regular foods and some weird foods.
Yeah, definitely they've put in like region-specific food to find and drink. There's one here about like, I guess sort of like what I want to cover is map layout and progression and stuff. So in terms of map layout, this is what I am aware of. You spawn in the north, and I guess as you head south, you go more and more end game or inland. Oh, hang on. Taylor, thank you very much.
10
Gifting
new
out
gifted
10
memberships.
Northern Nomad, Joseph, thank you very much. Grass, Official Freddy, J Boyd, Weston, Kyoto, Unreasonably Bad, Gaza, Alan. Oh, not Alan, sorry. Drop Handle. So thank you very much, Taylor. You're a legend.
Cheers, Taylor.
Absolute legend.
Absolute legend. Thank you very much.
Spawn in the north, and then as you head south, you get more and more inland. So what I did, as far as I'm aware, you spawn in loads of towns across the north. The whole map is sort of roughly surrounded by edge of the map mountains. So see, like over there, there's like mountains. Imagine bigger, blank, sandy mountains. They're sort of like a deterrent of don't go that way. You can go up them. In fact, you can go up them and down the other side, but it will, on the other side, will just be complete barren debug out of the mapness. So basically, it's like a don't go that way. There are also some inland mountains too, but it's quite clear the ones that are just lined up at the edge of the map. So like, don't go that way. And then basically, how do I explain it? Do you know how Takistan is very barren, empty, desert? You could just see, just like basically blank sand the whole time.
You see not a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's really visually boring, Takistan. Well, they know that, so they changed it. So Nezdara, everywhere you look, is visually interesting. There's actually loads of like, even though we keep using the word desert, there's loads of colorful bushes, plants, trees. It's like really nice to look at. Surprisingly colorful. There's like green bits, there's bushes, and no matter where you look, there's like always something in the near distance to go towards. You're never just running, unless you really go to like one of the few deliberately barren places.
It's set in the springtime, isn't it? So spring, I believe, right? Spring.
Yeah.
So it's like everything's flourishing. Also, shout out to Gorb Nation with the membership. Thank you, Gorb. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Gorb.
Appreciate that, Gorb. Thank you. One thing, so yeah, because you were on the bike, but I was on foot, so I was really experiencing what it felt like to travel around the map on foot, and it was really exciting because, like George said, I had also found a pair of binoculars, which was really, really fun, because every time I went somewhere, I can see like 3 other choices. I can see a military base. I saw a desert castle. I can see a big tower in the sky over there. And then I had my pick of the litter, and I'd go, right, okay, I'm going there. And then I'd get to that spot, and then they'll open up like 4 more cool places I could see, like on the hills or in the distance. And the flow was so good. And one thing they did do, so this is a good example right here. Where you spawn, basically, it's sort of like a funnel. So you see down here how like there's a big, either side you sort of got mountains, just like this, but a little bit more vast. But that is sort of where you spawn. So I think they've designed the map to although the map's big, it flows quite nicely to the point where you should still get a lot of interactions and stuff, because of the first area where you will spawn sort of flows down a valley like this, down a dry riverbed that goes all the way down south. And that is, most people will probably go that way. So you will get a bunch of interactions and stuff like that way. Or you can cut over one side of the mountains, which I did do at one point. I cut over some of the mountains, and there was some military stuff, and like the biome almost changed from grassy to like dead. And it ended up in like a bit of a dead sort of deserty place, but it's a bit more military. And when I was there, I found a really unique door-looking thing. It was like a concrete staircase with a chain link gate, and I went in there and I went down some stairs. This is all new stuff. And down there was a locked, sealed door, and a keypad on the wall. I couldn't interact with the keypad, but the door was sealed. But the door, I could see like where it wasn't perfectly like matched up. I could see a gap through the door, and I could see inside there, and I could see some beds, and I could see some loot. So that was quite central. I'd say that was quite central on the map. So there's something there in terms of the quest. A lot of people always call it like, oh, is there a quest on the map or progression? Well, that's one of the things that is on the map, is the mysterious bunker door, which I don't think anyone else saw that in the playtest except for me, and I have no idea how to open it or what is inside of it. Well,
one thing, I have a feeling, just based on what we've heard, that there will be multiple. I have this gut feeling, just based literally on what we've seen and heard, that there'll be like, you know how Livonia is just like, go to bunker, open it, get loot. Yeah. I think it's going to be a little more complicated, and it's going to be multiple end game points of interest spread across the map that somehow you need to chain stuff together. One thing we do know, because it was teased in the stream earlier last week, is there's a Morse code thing. You can find a bit of paper in game that has the Morse code.
Which we'll get that. We'll have that later. We'll find that later.
Cipher. So there has to be at least one part of the quest is Morse code related. I don't think anyone ever heard or saw anything that was given off Morse code. I would imagine it probably wasn't in the build that we played, because I have reason to believe that they're still working on the endgame quest at that time. So yeah, there will be some sort of quest involving Morse code. I can say, because I did get a bike, I was able to vomit all the way to the south of the map. The first really cool thing I came across was, like, how do I explain it? It's probably the most epic looking point of interest that I've seen on an official map before. It was like a border crossing, and I suppose it's supposed to replicate a change in region. There is like some lore to it. Apparently there's a region that begins with like an A, and this is like a region. It's the border of a region, but it's basically like a massive border crossing thing. It's really hard to explain. I don't know if there's any photos out there already, but it's right down in the southwest corner of the map. Very cool. You drive through it. It looks like something from The Last of Us. Really, really cool designed border crossing, like a big traffic jam, and then like massive tunnel things leading through. So I drove through that. That was really cool. And on the other side, there was a lot of like end-game military camps, and even those look really cool. Like there's new containers, new military tents, collapsed military tents, reskin buildings. So there's something going on down there, definitely. And then I was driving away from that because, like I said, the way the map works is if you keep going through there, you hit. They hint at the edge of the map by big broken bridges and rubble blocking the road. It's basically like, turn around here, you've gone too far. So I turned around, went back, and then I found two massive tunnels going into the side of a mountain. But they were blocked, but you could squeeze through the gap on one side, and then you could jump over off of a bus on the other side. And then it did the old classic pitch black bunker thing. Now, I was told that that particular area was definitely a work in progress, and I could tell because the actual assets were really like jankily made. Like they'd obviously bodged it a little bit, and it wasn't completely fluid because I was getting blocked by like literally stuff that wasn't supposed to be there. But one thing I do know is it was a tunnel that goes down with some toxic gas in it, pitch black, and it leads down to basically at one point I fell through the map and I looked up as I was falling through the map, and it's like a parallel tunnel system, and my gut is telling me that there's a lot of underground stuff on Nestara. So I think I saw lots of like locked gates and stuff, but I do know that that was a work in progress. So I don't think that could be like the end game bunker location, but it wasn't ready right then. But I do know that there's a lot of tunnel systems going under, like military tunnels, not irrigation tunnels. So there's definitely something there, and that's when I got killed by the dog, right at the end. So, confirmed. And then I also think Sour found another
Tunnel
bunker
system.
looking
Yeah.
more like a cow bunker.
At a big dam, apparently. Big dam.
At a big dam.
Yeah.
So, confirmed 3, I don't want to say bunker, but like maybe quest or end game point of interests. And that's just from the small playtest that we did. So I think the quest is going to be quite juicy this time round.
And then lastly, there's like, in terms of the map layout, if you're picturing it in your head. So you bottom left, spawn in the north, bottom left, border control, whatever you called it, checkpoint. And then bottom right, we think is the main town of the game, which nobody made it to in the playtest at all. The town itself is called Nazdara. So we never even saw the main city in the game, which is pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's still out there to be found. We haven't seen, no one's seen it yet. No one's seen it. No one made it there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So basically, spawn in the north, head south, explore. Loads of quest-looking things knocking about. Very exciting. Right, I'm going to just scroll through these questions and just see if we haven't answered any. Maybe I'll rattle through them quickly. Temperature regulation. Oh, go on.
No, just Drake's been asking for but about the sun. There's no sunstroke. There's no sunstroke, basically. But you will have to manage your heat. Yes.
Yeah. Just quickly, we're going to rattle through, like, quick fire on a few of these, just so people hear the answers. How integral is temp regulation? Does shade affect temperature? I don't think shade affects temperature. Mainly just pour water on your head or dunk your clothes, or wear appropriate clothing. It didn't seem like annoyingly important. DayZ 2 stuff, we don't have any answers for you. Like, you now know what we know. We only know it's confirmed, and that's it. So, if you're asking any DayZ 2 questions, unfortunately, we can't ask you. I can't answer any of those. Dust storms does hurt you, yes. Are you safe inside buildings? Yes. How's the weather on Badlands? Are these sandstorms? Yes. We talked about sandstorms earlier, so I won't talk about it again. Loot distribution. I know it wasn't finalized, but it seemed really good. I was happy with everything I found. And obviously, the more inland you go, the better the stuff is. It's hard on the playtest to know exactly what that's like, because we just played it once as a player. New animals, yes, dogs with armor, and more coming, but not confirmed. Do food items go bad if they're not used because of the heat? I don't think so. Probably just normal. No fishing. As far as we know, yeah, no fishing. Unless
you can fish underground or something. There might be a little unique place, but maybe no fishing.
Yeah.
Will it rain? Didn't see any rain. Good question. Didn't ask that. Yeah, we're also well, we might be streaming later, but we'll be streaming with the devs over the next few days as well. So we got any questions that we haven't answered, we'll ask them as well live on stream.
Yeah, physics on the bikes. Bikes are brilliant. Brilliant. It took me a while to get my confidence of, like, if you go off-roading on bikes, there's some, like, lots of rocks. And if you hit a rock, you sort of do fly off your bike and uncon, which is kind of scary. I'm tabbed out, by the way, in a bush, just rattling through these. I don't know if you've continued running. Badlands seems mostly done. Maybe they will release it today as part of the surprise. What do you think? No. They won't release it today. It's not done.
It's going to be out in a few months.
Surprisingly finished, but yeah, a few months. It will be out. ETA on DayZ 2, no. I honestly think it's going to be
in 2030.
Many years. Yeah, 2030s.
2030s.
Yeah,
feels good.
I'm saying 2030s.
Oh yeah, I'm saying 2030.
Somewhere in there. I had a lot of conversations with a lot of people, and I would say later rather than sooner. Try not to re-answer too many questions. Any new sicknesses? Yeah, you could go. Well, you got your sandstorm sickness, which is essentially like going blind and coughing and spluttering and losing health to the sandstorm. So, yeah. Bicycles, not bicycles, but dirt bikes and mopeds. Aggressive animals apart from the dogs. I don't know. We don't know about any new animals, but apparently there are going to be some. I just don't know what they are. Is there a DayZ roadmap new?
Yeah, there'll be poop socks.
Did I ask the devs about my buckshot issue? I actually didn't. I know I should have, but I didn't.
Is there bicycles? There's not bicycles, which I was quite surprised at since they had the new motorbike mechanics.
Do you find yourself more confident in DayZ? Yeah. It's really exciting that they've announced DayZ 2, and we're very, very happy with Badlands, so... Actually, yeah. Very, very optimistic. Did I get a mouse map for Sluggish? No. Didn't get any, actually. Didn't get much, actually.
Was it cold at night time? Yes, it's cold at night time. Road to Badlands experimental drops today, this afternoon. New medicines? No new medicines.
I don't think so. Bear in mind, when we say no new medicines, what we're saying is, in the playtest we did, no one found any new medicines. We're not confirming that there will be no new medicines in Badlands. Just like with all of the stuff we've said, we didn't get like a little brochure that's like everything in Badlands. We've just played it, and so have all the other people that went, and then we all traded stories, and we are only saying what we've heard. So there could be new medicines, but we didn't see it, or maybe it hasn't been added yet, but would be for release.
I just wanted to talk about, Nick mentions a song, new songs. One of the first and one of my favorite parts of the DLC, we haven't even touched on this yet, was the sound design, and which for me was incredible. The sound of wind, like the sound of footsteps, the sound of bushes, the music was amazing. The sound design for me, they've crushed it. So I don't know who the sound team is for Badlands, but they absolutely crushed it. I think it's actually one of the strongest points of the DLC, which is a weird thing, but it's just something that really, for me, made it really immersive.
Yeah. Any new clothes? So we should quickly say that new clothing, there's loads of new clothes. Like at one point, I found myself like 20 minutes into the playtest, I had a new hat. I had some funky, like almost like a Hawaiian shirt looking thing. You can have whole new outfits. Obviously, like they're trying to make it region like appropriate. So they've got loads of cool new clothing. On that note, sort of, I did have a camo Mosin. So they're re-adding like the different color Mosins, the different color M4s and stuff back in. So your character can look very, very unique. Like that, you will look like a Nezdara character there. There'll be a big difference between someone who looks like they're playing Chinaris and looks like they're playing Nezdara. Loads of new cool hats, clothing, bags. I'm pretty sure I had a field vest, but they'd like completely redesigned it and stuff. So one thing that definitely is lots of is new assets, whether it's clothing or buildings or whatever it might be. I guess they had to, really, just because a lot of stuff wouldn't fit. So yeah, they've gone to town on new stuff.
Will creators get early access again? I think it's up in the air at the moment. It's not. Nothing's finalized with that.
Nice. Well, I've just scrolled through all the questions, and I think at one point or another today we have covered everything in the question list. Keep them coming in. But I guess we should walk the trail.
There we go. There we go. Now that you guys have heard all those answers, are we more excited, less excited? What do you guys think about what we've just told you? Is that I think it's brilliant.
Do you not think, like, if going into it, right? If I said to you, right, Nezdara or Badlands is adding dogs, new animals, sandstorms, code locks, 2 new vehicles, loads of new clothing, building assets. If you just listed out everything coming in this DLC, it's building like building systems, so much cool stuff. Like it's kind of unbelievable amount of new stuff. But also done really well too. Like the quality of the map is really, really cool. Basically, we're excited.
I think it's
we're
great.
not just saying that. Compared to Frostline, I'm tons more excited for this one. Obviously, we were excited back then, but like, and if you compare them now, Badlands seems much more exciting.
Yeah. The release date is a couple of months' time. Before Christmas. Yeah. Cool. It's the new building good. It's definitely cool. You can patch up windows individually. Fix each window, fix each door up.
Yeah, I will say on the building system, we've not done it. So like, I don't have like a full understanding of how it works. But the fact you can do it is very cool. And it looks, from what we've seen, like very smart. But yeah, basically, on that note, last week we walked in real life from Electro up to the Starry Barn. The DayZ map is inspired really heavily by a real location about an hour away from Prague. Almost like, in places, almost like 1-to-1. So we did this walk IRL last week, and we're going to replicate it in game now, and it should be very, very interesting.
Yeah, we basically, what happened is we got a train from Prague to, well, somewhere else, about an hour away I'd say, quite far out into the middle of nowhere, where we got off and walked essentially
a bit further out than we're supposed to, though, because John didn't stop the train.
Hey, apparently to stop the train, you're supposed to press a button, and I had no idea where we're going, and then some of the DayZ staff were like having a go at me for not pressing the button because I was stood next to the door, as if I was supposed to know. I've got to press the button.
Everyone on the train, they just picked you and were like, "Why didn't you press the button?"
It's like a bus when you press the button because you want to stop at the next stop. If no one presses a button on the train, it skips the stop. So actually, we went past Electro. We probably started more like Kamishovo.
Yeah, and then we had to walk.
And then we doubled back.
We essentially walked up to this this awesome high point and had a beautiful overlook of essentially like Cherno City.
Yeah.
Sort of Electro Cherno. We'll show all this, by the way, in a really nice, cool video where we compare all our photos and videos, and we vlogged the whole hike. So it was many, many hours of grueling hiking, and we're going to combine that with this for a nice video for you. But essentially, it was pretty 1-to-1. It was kind of crazy how similar it was. So we basically walked the green trail. We essentially literally walked this green trail almost perfectly through these villages, up these hills, and all the way to Zub Castle, which is over here. And then we went on the yellow trail all the way to Starry Barn, which does exist here in real life. We went to it. We all got a photo with it. And then got a coach back. So Yeah, let's see if we can recreate that trial. Let's walk it now, in game, in DayZ, and see how it compares to what we did in real life.
Yep. Let's do it.
Hey.
We'll answer some more questions as we go about Badlands. But congratulations, Captain Progre. Thank you very much.
Pass your driving test. Hey, congratulations. Thank you for the 15 months. Enjoy driving. Starry is always busy. How was it in real life? Super not busy. It's the most rural little cute village ever. It was a lovely place, like super quiet. In fact, when we got there, we were all like, we'd actually basically run out of water. Literally ran out of water by the time we got to it. And a lovely family welcomed us all in. All the content creators and some devs welcomed us into their garden. And they made us like ice waters, while we waited for the bus.
But yeah, if you have any general questions about not so much Badlands or DayZ 2, just the trip itself, get them in the chat. Okay, right. Have you got this navigation-wise, yeah? I can see we just literally
green
almost
trail.
bang on just did the green trail.
Yeah, pretty much. It was really cool. The hike itself was very, very tough, I'm not gonna lie. It was just so hot. It was like 30-something degrees temperature, like walking uphill 90% of the time. It was pretty rough. I was pretty much at the back of the pack. Basically, me and Holly at the back of the pack, and a couple others. Did I shotgun another beer with Holly? I actually did, yeah, with Holly, Sour Sweet, and Scotty from the DayZ team. But I've got it down now. You know. I did it last year. In fact, Sour, Scotty did it wrong. They drank from the normal end. They made a hole and then drank from the normal end of the beer, so... That was cool, yeah, that was cool. Anybody else? The experimental update is... When is that coming? We know when that's coming.
We've got to be careful because it might be out. I don't know. There was one thing you're most excited for in Badlands. One thing we're most excited for in Badlands, I would say... It's tough, isn't it, right? Because if I was a console player, I think I'm most excited for, like, code locks, bikes... A lot of the stuff that we take for granted on community PC is coming to official, which is very, very, very cool. Like, just imagine having a code lock on console. That's brilliant. So it depends who you are. Me personally, I'm excited to explore the map properly. Like, really get stuck in, solve the quest. Do you know, like, on Sakao, that first few days where we would just, like, trying to solve stuff, trying to work out,
that's
right,
my
what's the
favorite
quest?
part.
Where's the quest? And I have a feeling this one is going to be really good. And then also not just doing the quest, but like just playing the map. I've got a lot of... We have certain requirements that we like in maps. And I don't think Sakao ticked that for us. But I do have a feeling that Nizdara will. So I just think playing the map, I'm very confident, hope that it's going to be very fun to play and interesting in terms of like end game stuff. So driving a motorbike around Nizdara,
pretty cool,
is what I'm looking forward to.
But yeah, my answer will be the same. I really want to do that. I'm going to be super excited to get in and get the quest, explore the bunkers and figure out how things work. That's definitely my favorite thing about Sakao, was like the first few days going absolutely keen, trying to figure stuff out on like a brand new fresh map. But I think this map will hopefully stand the test of time a bit better than Sakao, which is essentially dead nowadays.
That's the $1 million question, is whether after a month or two, it stays popular enough. I have high hopes, but it's very hard to say because we've played like 3-4 hours of the game.
Where?
Basically, how it worked is we did.
Really? On the left. Oh, I'm just on a massive jump. He's behind this moustache house by a fence. Somewhere down there behind this green moustache, behind the little wooden fence. He has a gun and he is aiming at me. I'm going to go inside. I don't have a long ranger though, so I'm sort of.
He's here. He's actually running away.
Oh.
Toward the right side barn. Oh, I've still got it. I've still got it.
Hell yes.
Still got it.
Cheeky little sausage. What do you have?
Did a repeater?
Yeah. You don't have any 7.62, do you?
Let's ask him. Don't kill him, look at him.
And
Whoa!
Jeez, he's slippery, little slow.
Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
Hello?
Stop moving.
Hello?
No, stop moving.
Ah, you lost, you
I won't
loser.
interrogate
You
you.
lost, mate. Look at
Where
you,
you going?
you muppet. Look at you muppet. You tried to kill us, and now you're bleeding out of every orifice in your body. Jesus. You're painting the ground red, mate. You having a good day? You having a good day? Where are you off to, mate? You going to Tizzy? We'll see you there.
I have a crusty scope with no battery.
That's what you get. That's what you get. Trying to kill me. That didn't happen on the hike.
No.
What do you mean, poor guy? He tried to murder us.
Yeah, he tried to murder us.
Got that repeater now.
Did we try the new bicycles? Yeah, I spent my whole. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So we did a LAN party, which was strictly 2 hours, and we left that thinking, so that's all we're going to get to play. But that's cool. 2 hours is more than we didn't think we'd be going to get hands on with it anyway. So yeah, I drove a moped around for most of that 2 hours. But then we went to the post-apocalyptic festival, and I think it's pretty crazy that they did this, but very cool. At the festival, they had a DayZ stand where anyone, literally anyone who's at the festival, can play Badlands for as long as they want. So they had it was roasting hot. It's like 40 degrees, so we didn't play much of it because it was like painfully hot. But we did play quite a bit at the festival too. So we had like almost like unlimited access to playing Badlands, but as did anyone. There was like people just like anyone could have played it, which is cool. So yeah, we played our fair share of it over the sort of 4 days that we were allowed to. So yeah.
Good morning, Rose. We haven't even talked about the festival. In fact, we went to an apocalyptic festival in the Czech Republic for like 3 days after all the DayZ announcements, which was incredible. And Tom said, "What's your favorite part of the trip?" Probably that. It's just so surreal. It's very, very cool. But it was so hot. It was unbelievably hot. That it was almost miserable at the same time as being awesome.
Yeah.
But it's essentially like you have to dress up. So everybody's dressed up apocalyptic, looking all dirty and steampunk or whatever. And then there's just like a couple of so who went? It's like Holly. So some people went home and some people stayed on to go to the festival part. But that part was very, very fun. Very fun. A lot of late nights in the EDM bunker.
Yeah. Hello, Can't Rose, welcome back. Someone just asked something and I can't remember what it was, but it was a good question. It'll come back round. It'll come back round. So just to be clear, this is probably worth saying actually. So in real life, this ocean here on our left isn't an ocean, it's a river. So you'll probably see in the video that there's a place near Prague. It's not coastal at all. That ocean is a river, but there's stuff beyond the other side of the river that in DayZ they've just deleted and they've made it ocean. So essentially, this train track here that runs along the south coast is the train track that we took. And to be honest with you, I would say we probably got off the train about here, right? Somewhere along this coastline.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, maybe like yeah. And then we got off the train.
The very first main place was up that hill.
Up a hill,
so
yeah.
It must have been somewhere around here. Obviously, it's not one for one. Like, it kind of is in places, but there isn't 3 houses that look exactly like this. But the layout, if you like overlaid the 2 maps, is incredibly similar.
Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it. It's pretty cool. Morning Wind. Will there be crossplay console PC like Armor Reforger? If you mean on the DayZ Badlands, then no. DayZ 1 will never be crossplay. DayZ 2, very, very potentially crossplay. Yeah, so we like walked up this massive hill, which honestly, the first hill, I was like, oh god, this is gonna wipe me out. It pretty much did.
Right. I guess first stop is find the trail.
Find the trail is a good shout, actually. So by going this, trail is. I think we've already passed it. Top of the field. Go top of the field. And then through go back to the field, go cut across the trees. Okay. Get us to the green trail.
Yeah, because we didn't have to do any off-roading.
Did I get my internet worked out? No. My internet's actually booked in for this Friday. And I'll be on the new internet finally. Do console players actually want to play with PC players? I don't know. Obviously, they did talk a lot about, well, not a lot, but we got to speak to the guy behind DayZ 2, the project lead, and one of the things he wants to tackle is the cheater problem. So, you know, and with like the future of like AI and stuff, AI detecting cheats and hacks and stuff like that, it, you know, hopefully on the next one, it won't be cheaters and stuff as well. So just through here should be the green trail. I think it might be right there. I mean, Armor Reforger does crossplay just fine, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I don't know. Does anyone have complaints about that? Does Badlands seem super hard in terms of heat management? It actually didn't on the playtest seem too bad. It didn't seem too bad, but it was not the final build. Okay, green trail. Should be green trail. Literally, so as we were walking this in real life, they genuinely have these markings. Like, it's super cool. They genuinely have this in real life. So if you're ever in Czech Republic, I do actually recommend going to these places. Super, super cool. Even on trees, you get these green markings, and it's like, here's the green trail, and you follow the green trail, and it'll literally take you to like up to that hill. So that in real life. And then you get to the yellow trail, and then you can literally follow the yellow trail up to the sub castle, which is actually there. There's actually a castle, a little castle there. Okay. We're doing it.
We're doing it. Yeah, has anyone, obviously a lot of people went on the trip. Has anyone heard from other content creators that have gone on the trip, whether they enjoyed it or not? I'm sure they all did. But Yeah, it was really nice to meet a lot of new people. Everyone's super lovely. Put a lot of faces to names and stuff. So, what's everyone else been saying? If you've been checking out other people, some people got back like last week. I know that Paul got back like last week, so he's probably done talking about it by now. But Ollie loved it. Ollie said you had a blast. Random has things to say about the hotel. It didn't have aircon, it just had fans, and it was pretty brutal. Most said it was fantastic apart from the George fella. Right.
Wife.
They got these sort of road signs as well. I know it sounds like a really dumb thing to say, which is like, oh, they have these.
In
But
fact,
to us,
the bench.
go on.
This bench was here. This bench was literally before we went up the hill, remember?
Yeah, I didn't know. Is it this bench? It must be this bench.
It's exactly like this bench.
Well, there you go. It sounds silly to say, but like this bench exists in real life here. Which when you play DayZ, without thinking, that doesn't seem that weird. But they've really gone to town and like replicating and using inspiration from the real world.
Yeah, which before the hike, I did not know how similar this in-game world was to the real locations in the Czech Republic.
I know it was roughly inspired by it, but like to say we genuinely walked this path. By the way, this path in real life is almost like you're on all fours climbing up it.
Well,
It's so
way,
steep.
way steeper. And it was, yeah, just and baking hot the whole time. There wasn't people in the woods with AKs, luckily. Not when we went.
Who said the motorbikes were a bit poop? I've spent hours on the motorbikes, and I thought they were genuinely brilliant. Like I thought they were great. I can't believe that anyone would say that they're poo. Hound, hello, welcome in.
Morning. I didn't get to drive them, but from what I saw, they looked pretty fun.
They're really good. I rode the moped, yeah. Which apparently is actually the better of the two, depending on what your criteria is.
There's
Hang on a
one.
second. Stop
This
right
might
here.
be our
This
overlook.
No, this is Oh, it's hard to say. This is definitely. Oh, I need to turn my my view distance up.
That's definitely the view.
Visibility.
Right there. Literally, you come up here and you there is a literal rock like this, big rock, and you can have an incredible view of this. But like George said, there's literally that ocean line, that ocean shoreline would be actually a big river. And that's how they basically got the map. They
Yeah.
just cut that bit off, and then now we have ocean there because I guess it plays better as a map.
And you'll see in the video, like the you see the collections of apartments, the like the Devobo, Novoselki. Oh, gunshot down there. They are there, like they are there, and they are there. The actual town itself is, you know, not exactly like that. Like there's a lot of differences, but it's roughly speaking the same, which is very cool. But get a nice panning shot of that because I've got some good panning shots IRL which you can overlay. Do we take a photo of this view? We took videos and stuff of the view. And then I just want to go up again because there was a bit on the walk where we stopped and there was a nice view. And then we carried on and there was a much better view. And I have a feeling there might be a much better view up on the corner over here.
Whoa, which one? Oh, this might be it. This might be the
This
one.
bit.
That's
This was
it.
the one we actually hung out on because there was like a pole here, which by the way we all signed a bit of paper and left it there. So if any of you fancy flying to Prague and walking to right here in game, there is a little box with a bunch of us who have like written our names on it, I guess. But yeah, this was like the main viewpoint. So much so that you could look back and you could sort of roughly see Electro, but you can't hear because of the trees.
It's quite surreal.
It's really it makes the game even more interesting to play when you've like seen it. Okay, nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's mad.
Booking a flight right now, right? Some
Do it.
photos. Did they give any general idea of where DayZ 2 is in development? They didn't say anything specifically at all, but you have conversations with certain people. Oh. And they sort of like, you get a vibe of like how early in development it is. And I would say it is incredibly early based on vibes.
Right, yeah. So once you made it to the top, you literally do have to go back down the same path. It's much nicer going
Back
down.
to the bench.
Back to the bench, and then you carry on. We follow the trail to the north. So let's do that.
Down we go.
It's a long way away, DayZ 2, a long way away.
So Loco, you might not be far off. Oh, years away. Yeah, I mean, it's at least, but I guess, yeah.
But
But I think one thing they did say is like DayZ 2 is announced, but like DayZ 1 is not dead. They're not like, oh, DayZ 2, right, we're all moving to DayZ 2. DayZ 1, which is funny to say that. It's also funny because people have slipped up in conversation even before the announcement and said DayZ 1 before, which is a bit of a dead giveaway that DayZ 2 is coming, which we can probably say now, which is nice. But yeah, DayZ 1 is still being like there's like full teams working on it, loads more stuff to come for DayZ 1. Obviously with DayZ 2 being years away, DayZ 1 isn't going anywhere, basically.
there might be another DLC before DayZ 2. Yeah, I would guess. That's just a complete guess. I have no confirmation of any more DLCs. But based on the timeline, I would guess there'll be another DayZ 1 DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, between now and then,
DayZ 1 is popular.
we have Armor 4. Armor 4 is obviously coming out next year.
Yeah. They actually specifically said if DayZ 1 stays popular, like they're not going to do anything. They're not going to kill it, basically. So if DayZ 1 stays popular, it could overlap into DayZ 2. People might be playing it. People might choose to play DayZ 1 for years to come, even beyond DayZ 2. Right, okay, so we're back on the trail, heading north.
So how long was the hike up? So like, even though we just did that in like, what, 2 minutes, that last hill, that hill probably took us like 20 minutes.
Well, I actually like Strava'd the whole walk. Well, most of the walk. From that viewpoint onwards, I Strava'd it. So yeah, it took us 4 hours in total.
So after that, coming down from that hill.
From where that Overwatch
Yeah.
to the barn was 4 hours. Obviously, we stopped at certain places, so like timings, we didn't do it like out and out, but you wouldn't in DayZ anyway. Burnt 2,000 calories though.
2,000 calories burnt. So I guess the whole total trip from getting off the train was probably like 5 hours, right? 4.5.
Maybe, yeah, 4.5.
4.5 hours hike. Uphill in scorching heat.
The only thing that I specifically remember after the bench, we walked across an open field with cut logs in it. Why have we not just done that?
Open
you know what I mean?
field of cut logs.
Yeah, Scotty said, "Oh, this one's going to be brutal," and we were like, we were poor. And we were like, "Oh, it doesn't look too bad."
That
And then we
one.
went down a dip and up a dip, and it was just like a completely open field with like some logs stacked up. Maybe it's just not completely identical.
No, I guess not exactly identical, but that's makes sense, I suppose. Unless
No.
it's coming up.
No. Have you got your map up?
A DayZ map, yeah.
Do you know when you come back down the hill off of the Overwatch point and you're back at the T-junction of the
Bench.
green?
Yeah.
We carried on walking east to Puster Road, then walked north up Puster Road. That's where the field comes in. Does that make sense?
As in, no, the green. We wouldn't do green trail to Puster. We did road.
So we went. So if we double back to the bench,
yeah,
I've got it
yeah.
on my
Okay.
thing. Because maybe it is. Maybe that field is there.
Okay.
I'm just running back down this trail. Got to get this right, otherwise. But to be fair, we would have rejoined anyway in Puster. Obviously, the town in real life is not called Puster, so it's slightly confusing. I can tell you that it's actually called Mazovic.
Nice. Yeah, the DayZ 2 will be on the same engine as Arma 4. They actually did say that. So let's hope the Arma 4 looks good. Which I think it will. Would you guys like maps to be remastered for DayZ 2? No. I want brand new maps. I want all new maps. I don't want none of this old stuff. You want it to be completely fresh.
Okay.
You want
So in actual
100%. Right, yeah, okay. Cool. So, just to be
Right.
clear, when we were there, George got his phone out and GPS tracked our exact route, which, again, you'll see this in the video, of where we walked. So, we actually went either way.
We cut straight off to the east, and now this field is the one we're talking about. It actually had like a little pathway. But across here, we join a main road, which then we followed north to Puster. So yeah, we just cut straight across here. I don't think there was power lines. There might have been.
Yeah, this does feel like it.
Went across here.
The map? No, that's just a map I've got open on the internet tab.
Then we hit a road like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then we walked up this road to Puster. We're back in business, Andreas. We're back in business.
Good to be back. Yeah, this was, in fact, when we get to Puster, maybe we should recreate it. I took Sarah got a photo of me, standing next to a sign outside Puster.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dave. Happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day. Not on Twitch. Not on Twitch today. Not on Twitch this morning, but we're going to be on Twitch this afternoon. Only on Twitch this afternoon. So if you want to stay with us, we're going to move over to Twitch later on because we've got the Twitch front page today.
Yeah. It's not called Puster in real life. It's called Mazovic. Mazovic. And we went straight through it. I think we did a lot of road walking. What's the Badlands updates? At this point, I think we've info dumped you everything Not maybe we've forgotten some parts, but for the most part, we've info dumped everything already. So if you do have any other questions, ask him. We'll rattle through them. But what we're going to do is we're going to put everything we just said in a nice little video and chuck that out so you can learn before we forget it, because we learned from playing. We didn't get given all the information, so we've just got to get it out there before we forget what we said. Well, I saw an actual goat, by the way.
Yeah.
There's a deer there too. That's nice, isn't it? There were goats. Can't remember which town. One of the towns had goats.
Yeah, Tack says, will helis come to Nastara since the map is so massive? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, fortunately. I also think there will be some more surprises on release day that none of us know about. That's what I think. So I doubt helis personally, just based on how the map played. I actually don't think it would need or warrant helis to be added to that map. I think it wouldn't help it. So I'd say no on the helis.
And no, the new building system won't come to the old maps. It's specific to the Nastara buildings.
Here we go. The sign is here.
Okay, so yeah, we should probably say we are entering Pusta, but it's actually called Mazavice. So in the real life video, this will say Mazavice.
There you go. That'll do.
Nice. And some of the towns looked more like the towns than others. I specifically remember Moglievka looking very Moglievka-y. Starry looking very Star-y. Cherno from a distance looking quite Cherno-y. I don't have strong memories of whether Pusta looked Pustery though.
No, it didn't. I don't think it did. Although it did have... It kind of did. Because at the back of Pusta, there's a windy upwards sort of road with bars. There's not really bars. This one's probably the least similar.
I will say, now I've got the map up, the real life map. There is one house to the right, which is the barn. And then there's 1, 2, 3... Not identical, but you can kind of see where they've got inspiration and then like added a few more things because they need to fill it out.
There was a lot of barns in this town. I remember that much. A lot of red top barns.
Yeah. It's pretty close, to be fair.
Did we see Kazooington? Yeah. That's there. The mayor, as we got it, the mayor of Kazooington got shot in the back of the head.
Yeah. Sounds like another sort of obvious thing to say, but these fountains exist. You do see these sort of fountains. There wasn't, I think, we were told that you wouldn't want to risk drinking from them, maybe, and some of them don't work, but they are there. They are there. Yeah, okay, this is much... Pusta's much bigger in-game than it is in real life. Okay, right, and then we just went out straight out the north of Pusta.
And then, oh, okay, so we went straight north and hit the green trail.
We joined onto the green trail, yeah, so I guess, is this the north road up Pusta? There's two, it seems. Yeah, it's pretty north.
Yeah. So we're gonna make a Chernarus IRL Chernarus video vlog type thing. So that'll be coming out in the next couple of days. So, but catch you later, Sofa. When DayZ 2 release? Tomorrow, I think. No, years away, years away. So do you want me to double check the green trail?
Yeah, so the green trail looks like the green trail goes through Puster. Oh, I'm worried that we're actually on the wrong trail out of Puster.
It's north of us, up on the other road. The green trail.
Yeah, maybe we double back.
Do we cut north, or
Just-
do we stick to roads?
I reckon just cut this over here, right?
Yeah,
Join
yeah,
over
yeah.
here.
You were in the Czech Republic. Yes, for like 9 days. We're in the Czech Republic.
It felt like such a long time we were out there. Hopefully you didn't miss us too much, but tons of fun. Tons of fun. Can you buy Badlands yet? No, but this is what we should be saying. You can wishlist it, and we'll put a link in the pinned comment where you can wishlist Badlands on Steam.
But yeah, like Prague is awesome. I love Prague. Every time we go, it's been fantastic. It's 3 times we've been now, so it feels a little bit like a home away from home. Like we know the layout of the city. We know where the pubs and stuff are. So we know where the good restaurants are. So it's really nice place. Lovely weather.
Did we go to the zoo? We did actually. We had like a day at the end where our flight was at night, so we spent the day at Prague Zoo, which was nice. It's the first time we've been to Prague Zoo actually.
It was massive. The biggest zoo I've ever been to.
Okay, so this path is Green Trail, or it forks off in a second to Green Trail, so we need to keep an eye on exactly when it forks. We might. Oh, you're having a laugh. Have
Are we
just
on
walked
it?
down?
Check
That's
the
a Green Trail
symbol.
sign.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
though?
I mean,
Hang on, let me check the map.
does it mean that we're still on Green Trail, or left is Green Trail? Oh god, this was easier in real life when we were just following people who knew where they were going.
I think we're on it.
Yeah, I run along the fences IRL. Kind of makes sense. Oh no, hang on though. No, it can't be because I've just run a little bit further, and there's another Green Trail. Oh, it's here, it's here. We were so close.
Ah,
So
Yeah,
now you've just run down it. So it must be up here we went. I
yep.
think. If we did... Hang on, let me check the map, because I'm
Yeah,
starting to
this
think
is it.
that we... But according to my map that's mapped, it looks like we were going down a road, not like through the woods. What do you want to do? Green Trail? I think you see how Green Trail cuts just beneath the road? I think we actually did the road. But I don't think it matters too much because I don't think anything is on that, and then it joins up in a minute anyway.
Yeah, let's go to the journey part. We'll just stick on
Okay.
the green trail. There's some sort of camp on this trail and whatever that is. I don't remember that.
So this should join into a road. Yeah, Green Trail.
We also definitely didn't do it at this speed. I was doing it like this speed. Maybe
Yeah.
slower. Maybe even slower than this speed. We're staying up for the match. What's the match tonight?
Well, it's actually a lovely time here. We don't have to stay up at all. It's 5 p.m. England play.
Oh yeah. Who are we playing against?
Congo.
Congo.
I did try, while we were away, I tried to get people to watch a persuaded everyone to watch the England match. I mean, there was a few England fans there anyway, but there's a lot of people that weren't interested in football at all. And we watched the Ghana match in a pub where the TV just like wasn't working, and it wasn't the best showcase of football.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Everyone that piss off, people were like, this is rubbish.
Yeah.
It was an
Okay,
experience
cool.
though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Hello, Chatsubo. Welcome in. Yeah, 5 p.m. I could probably stay up till 5 p.m.
We should say as well, shout out to Armour. This time they sort of they merged the group a little bit. So we made a lot of new Armour friends. Obviously Task Force, we spent the whole week with Task Force. MB93, Max, absolute legend. And 96th, all Armour guys, and very, very cool. So we made some Armour friends. And yeah, maybe we'll play some Armour with them, and or get them to play some DayZ with us. So yeah, we made a lot of new friends, but some of them were Armour guys, which was cool.
Oh, Armour friends. I think with the coming of Armour 4 around the corner, they wanted to get some Armour creators involved in the trip as well, so hence why they were there. But they really fit in really well, and super nice people.
Really nice. Also really hoping we hit the road. Is that a road? Maybe that is the road.
Dirt road. What's that town there?
So we must have just popped up and we're looking at Moglievka. That's Moglievka. So this feels about right. If we follow
feels
this
right.
along here.
Because we saw Moglievka briefly from distance.
Yeah, and well, we'll get a bit closer. And I remember where I took some video of Moglievka. At a point where like some of it was pretty good. Like the barn locations were pretty bang on. In fact, we ended up walking through Moglievka. Yeah, down here.
Breaks every half an hour, spoil it. Well, the hydration breaks. So much chat about hydration breaks. It might become a normal thing in the future.
Oh, you don't like how we're pronouncing Moglievka? You think it's Mogilevka? I can't. Unfortunately, it's like what, a decade of saying it one way. I will never change. But apologies if you live in Moglievka. But I know for a fact you don't, because it doesn't exist in real life, because it is called Murkov in real life. I remember around about here. I mean, I did a video. Although now we've lost sight of it, we'll have to look in a minute. But yeah, the barns are where the barns are. Some of the houses are where some of the houses are. Obviously, it's like never exact, but pretty, like you could work it out. I think a lot of the times the barns are always in the right place, and it's just the houses that they add a few more in. There you go. Maybe through these trees, IRL. I took a nice little video of the layout, and then we end up walking through it anyway, which is nice. There we go.
It's at the money shop.
Yeah. There it is. Mogilevka.
That sounds so wrong. You want to meet us?
How accurate? Trying to work out, like, if Chinaris is inspired by an IRL location pretty exactly. Sakau wasn't really, was it? I'm trying to work out whether there's a real place where we could go on Google Maps right now, sort of see the Nazdara inspiration? Maybe there will be.
Maybe. Very possible.
I just want to repeat as well. Are we going to do a video overlaying these locations to real ones? Yeah, we'll show you what they look like IRL. We'll overlay IRL video on top of the gameplay, just so you can see the differences. Have we took a wrong turn here?
Did we go into Moglievka?
Yeah, we walked through it.
We missed a green trail.
I think we should be down on that road. No. This is right. I think maybe this road...
There's Zub.
Yeah, this road curves into it. Zub, so we spent a lot of time up at Zub. We'll go there in a second.
You can get a chicken roll now from Greg's. Not a sausage roll, chicken roll. But it looks like a sausage roll.
So much has changed since we've been away.
300 calories. So try it. Chicken roll.
Yeah. Burnt 2,000 calories on this walk, so like...
Yeah, but I had a whole Domino's yesterday. And then it made me really sleepy and I went back to sleep. We didn't sleep much at all on that trip. In fact, at the Rosthaven apocalyptic event, I think I probably slept, 8 hours total? Oh, we've got a convoy here. Or whatever this is. Get some stab vests. By the time I got home, I was shattered. I basically slept all day yesterday.
What's with the clickbait title bit? What's our title? Is it clickbait? Can't be that clickbait.
Our title is it's just probably like Badlands DLC and DayZ 2 confirmed.
That's all true, isn't it?
Pretty sure. Yeah, I was there. I reckon a lot of people do think it's clickbait. A lot of people probably don't believe that DayZ 2 is confirmed, but it really is confirmed that it is coming.
It sounds crazy to say that we have put hours into Badlands already, but we won't be able to play it again for a few months. So there's something really weird about that. But fun.
Chicken roll sounds kind of iffy. Well, I'll let you know in a minute. I'm going to get one. Let's see if they've got any drinks.
The only thing that technically we don't know everything. So the version of Nazdara we played, it wasn't fully complete, right? So they let us play a build of stuff that they wanted us to see, and they didn't put in anything that they didn't want us to see. So for example, small example, there will be more animals added than just dogs, but in the one we played, it was just dogs. So I believe that's probably one, because it's not fully ready yet, and two, because they want to keep some stuff in the back pocket to, like, over the next few months, be like, I don't know, camels. Do you know what I mean? Like little stuff to just keep the excitement going. So they've probably, like, only showed us a certain amount of stuff, which would be incredible because the stuff we did see is plenty. Do you want a rack, by the way? I don't think you do.
No, I've just got R12. So I'm laughing, mate. Oh, what? So I'm get that vest.
Grab one of these vests.
And then, he'll be back in 2 seconds as well.
All right, well, jump in a bush or something, and I'll waffle away. Did you eat a dog? Do you know what? That's one of my regrets. I mean, actually, I can't really have it as a regret. But I died. I got killed by a dog about literally 2 seconds before they pulled the plug on the playtest. So I died to a dog, and then obviously I couldn't cut it up. But I'm fascinated in why they've added dogs. Because if you think about it, we had it confirmed that you can't train them. They can't be a pet dog. So it is like a real dog with an armor vest that attacks you. Let's think about, like, of all the things to do, what does that feel? That doesn't really feel... I mean, it's cool, but it doesn't really fill a gap in the market because we have wolves that attack you. So you don't really need, like, wolves and dogs that attack you. So it would make sense if you could train a dog, but we had it confirmed that you can't. So do they really want to incentivize killing dogs? I don't really want to kill a dog. But if it's going to attack me, I'm going to have to kill it. So do you have to kill it, and then can you eat a dog? Or it has like an armor plate vest. Does it have a pocket with like a key in it? I don't really understand the dog thing. It's kind of cool, but I definitely don't understand it very much. I was not expecting them to add dogs. And if I was expecting them to add dogs, I would have expected it to be trainable, because then there's a real reason to have dogs. So yeah, it's just interesting to... it's like a German Shepherd looking thing. But yeah, I don't really want to kill a dog. But obviously... What are you going to do if it attacks you? So yeah, I would have quite liked to have just tested out, like, for science, whether they were killable, which they must be, because you can't have an animal that you can't kill. Therefore, can you cut up and eat it, and then what could you do with the vest? All interesting questions. All interesting questions. Why are they armored? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've seen there's a mod in DayZ where you can put armor on dogs. So yeah, they're like military or police dogs, I would guess. So yeah, interesting. Anyway, first of all, can you drop a like if you're watching on YouTube? Drop a like. And also, get your questions in the chat. I'm actually going to remove the Q&A thing because, it's hard to explain, but it's like slightly hard to find those questions without tabbing out. So if you have a question that hasn't been answered yet, or you haven't heard an answer yet, chuck it in the chat now, and I will speed run some answers. Did they finally acknowledge my buckshot issue? Do you know what? I got so carried away in the fun of it all, I actually never mentioned it to anyone, which is bad. I spoke to so many devs. We spoke to all sorts of people, but I never even mentioned it. That's on me, that one. What thing from Badlands are you most excited about? Let's talk about this earlier. I think if I was to put myself in the position of someone who only plays official, code locks, motorbikes, very exciting, but also just the map in general. I'm just super happy with how it all looks. What's up with DayZ 2? It's coming. All we know is it's coming. Cannot really say it. We don't know any more than that. We really don't. It's coming. It'll be years and years away, but it's coming. Any word of Badlands Experimental? Badlands Experimental? Well, there's Road to Badlands Experimental, which could be out like now, to be honest, which we'll play a bit later. Did I get the shirt? I mean, there was loads of new clothing. I did at one point have a fancy sort of like borderline Hawaiian shirt. What about mushrooms and fruit? There's figs. Figs have been added. Probably more than that. I don't know.
Okay. Where are we? So we're at Mogilevka area. We got to go up. No, we got to go through it.
Through it, follow the road, and then at a certain point we turn off to go up the Zub.
Yep.
Do we know how the water will work? Yeah, there's dynamically spawning water trucks. Obviously, dynamically spawning meaning they're not always going to be there, sort of luck-based. There's also an irrigation water system underground. Essentially, you build... Sounds crazy. All of this stuff sounds like so full-on when you talk about it like by itself. There's essentially holes in the desert where you can build ladders down. That's obviously stuck in a house. You build ladders down into some underground holes, and then you go along these tunnel systems, and you can find water sources, and then you can also build up other holes, meaning you can travel. Like I heard someone say, you can travel 2 to 3 kilometers completely underground, and then pop back up, build a ladder back up. If you've brought the supplies, or if someone has already built the ladder. There's a lot of like communal building incentivization, if that's even a word, where like you're encouraged to work together to build these tunnels, ladders. You're encouraged to work together to build the wells for the good of the server. And obviously now you can like fortify houses as well.
Here, I got a map. Stop tabbing out now. Green trail, there it is. Boom. So we're over here. Okay, cool. Gonna go up through Mog.
Holes DLC, basically, yeah. Years and years, what does that mean? 1 to 2 or 3 to 5? I would push for the latter of the two, maybe even add another category.
Yeah,
okay, so yeah, we did walk through Moglievka.
We did. Can't remember what it looks like though in real life. I remember seeing it from a distance and it looked very, very similar. It's got the barns on the right. It's got the houses on the left.
Yeah. We'll show overlay of all the footage. We walked around and we recorded it all.
Yeah. So we've got all the footage of the real towns, real villages, us going through it, and the video will be much cooler than this. It'll be everything combined together. But hello, welcome in. Hello, Rico. Hello. Okay, it's good to be home. Good to be back. It was an awesome trip, but we were there for a long time. It was roasting hot. I was exhausted. I was absolutely exhausted.
Oh,
what?
This is a great question, by the way. This is just how much stuff they've added where, like, you forget stuff. Great question, Sinsik. Very good question. Have they changed anything about how the zombies attack? So, for zombies, I can tell you loads of new zombie skins, whatever you want to call them, character models, zombie models, loads of new, like, immersive looking zombie models, but also they attack differently. Their attack patterns are slightly different.
Yeah.
And they do a weird, like, jump lunge. They do, like, a jump lunge at you. So, like, you can't just, like, I mean, you could learn it, I'm sure, but you can't walk your way through a fight like you can on at the moment, because they do, like, a weird jump lunge, which is kind of scary, especially the first time. So, yeah, zombie movement has changed. Not massively. Like, they're still sort of as dumb as they are, but they do a fancy new jump lunge, and maybe another something new too. I remember being like a bit like, oh, this is interesting.
Well, they do this like heavy swing, right? They do loads of heavy swings, two-handed heavy swings.
Yeah,
that's what I was seeing a lot of.
Will zombie movement change on all maps? I don't know exactly what's like being added that will go back to Chernarus. I'd imagine that would be a game-wide change, but not 100% sure.
Badlands is coming out.
Well, all I'll say is we don't know for sure, but my guess would be like maybe October time.
October, November.
Yeah.
DayZ 3 when.
There's a couple of zombies up there that are doing slightly weird stuff.
What are they doing?
I think they're fine. I thought they were just hanging at the wall of that house, but they seem alright. Okay, yeah, we walked all the way through this town. In real life, it's called Murkov. And I believe we went to the end of it, and then we just took a left up here, sort of thing, up towards the castle.
Yeah. We've aggroed a lot of zombies there.
It's DayZ a completely new game on a completely new engine. Again, we don't know anything, but I mean, I would guess yes. You heard mentioning something about experimental. So, here's a question for everyone. Who saw us on the DayZ live stream last Monday? Last Monday, if you went on the DayZ YouTube channel, you would have seen Marks and Martin playing DayZ, talking about the new Road to Badlands update. And we were there in the background, sitting on a sofa. So just chucking questions at him, really. That was cool. So that, what we talked about on that stream, is dropping today in experimental. We don't have an NDA. We don't have an NDA. In fact, it was super surprising that, like, there wasn't... Everything we've seen on the trip we can talk about. Which is nice, because otherwise we have to sit here and pretend we don't know certain things. It was hot in Marcus's room.
Oh, it was unbearably hot. Is it going to be a new variant of the drivable Hummer? Well, I think it's a maybe. We didn't get confirmation. I did ask about changing the reskinning cars, and they sort of like said, not really, not right now. But
it might be the sort of thing that they drop next month as like a, oh, by the way, also this, and this.
Yeah, it seems like an easy thing to do, to reskin a Humvee to desert camo, and I'd be surprised if they had a green camo Humvee. They may not even put the Humvee in. I don't know. But I would imagine they will reskin Humvee to desert.
Yeah. Someone said, "Is Wobo did Wobo go?" Wobo went for the first half of the trip. Wobo's lovely, super friendly guy. Got on very well with Wobo, and I'm sure he will make a much better, concise video than our ramblings now.
Yeah.
I dumped all my information on him, so he's got everything I've seen.
He had his little notepad out. He was taking notes, so yeah, you pretty expect a video from Wobo soon. It was super weird hearing Wobo's voice from a human.
Yeah. Will there be a Wobo FS team up? We'd love to. I don't know if he'd go on like a full-on adventure with us, but yeah, we'd absolutely love to. Wobo was great. We actually really got on well with Wobo. Shout out to Wobo. What was I going to say? Yeah, if you want to know what anyone else is like in real life, and you know they went on the trip, let us know. The answer is just going to be that they were lovely, though, because no one wasn't lovely. But we made a lot of new friends, so expect, hopefully, some new team ups. Right, hang on a second, because did we... Is this where the car was parked and we turned off the main road? I think it is. Looks slightly different, but yeah.
I see. Yeah, so, okay, this is the beginning to the Zub Castle walk. So there was a main road like this. It wasn't this steep, but there was a main castle road, and there was a field there, just there to the left. And then, is this the trail here, or is that the trail there?
Yeah. Oh, I see. Hang on, let me just quick look at the map.
Yellow trail, might be this one.
We did follow, it was Yellow Trail. This map went there. Did you figure out what the new gun was at the end of the dev stream? Scar H that fires 308s and
this
a
trail.
new sight. Okay. Up we go towards the castle. Who was our favourite dev? I won't answer that question because there was so many lovely devs who we spent like a lot of time hanging out with a lot of devs across the festival and just in Prague, and they're like legends. I don't want to name any in particular, but they're all amazing and so welcoming. The whole DayZ team is just great. I mean, these houses were not there.
No, it was very rural. It's just like a field, a trail. And that was it. up to there.
Can you farm on Nizdara? I actually don't know the answer to that. I get why you're asking.
Why wouldn't you be able to farm?
I guess, like, I mean, the lack of water. But if you could find water to plant, then yeah. But maybe they'll have to change the soil texture. I don't know. I didn't even think about farming, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
And what's the other thing? Fishing. Unconfirmed. Maybe
Fishing.
there's no fishing.
I want to ask about fishing. What was the other question? Because there might be a pond. There might be a pond where we just didn't find it, right?
Yeah, but I feel like I had so many conversations with like people, and I'm sure one of them was that there aren't any. But I can't remember. It's a blur now. So that's like a week ago.
Did anything scandalous happen? No. No, I don't think so.
Scandals. Okay, right.
Here we are.
Welcome to the castle.
The castle.
We've been in
We've
IRL.
been in real life. I swear, in fact, well, I probably sat. People sat around here for a while. We had a little break up here.
To be fair, it is pretty like. It's not identical at all.
No,
but
it's
it's
not.
pretty
Similar. It's very similar. And which way? Have you got a compass on you?
Yeah.
So where's west?
Well, hang on. Let's go to the top of the tower for that bit. I just wanted to say quickly that they had one of the, you know, like the classic metal castle gate things. But it isn't actually here. But in real life, they have one of them. It's weird to not have it here when it does exist in real life here.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Let's go up for the view, because the view, I would say, this view is one of the most cool side-by-side comparisons that you'll see in the real life video. Because when you look out this way, you obviously the mountain where the tower isn't actually there, but what is there are like Rogovo, Pogorevka, and Pulkovo, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, and they are there. Like we've stood here, IRL. The tower isn't as tall as it is here, and this view is pretty uncanny. Take the tower out, everything else is pretty much where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, really, really cool view. We got some really cool photos with Sam. Brought a really cool camera, and he took some really cool photos of us looking out over this view. So I hope I get hold of those for the video. Yeah, this is really cool. You can genuinely come here. I would actually recommend it if you're in that area of the world. It's a very cool experience. And if you love DayZ, it's almost uncanny how similar some of these views are, especially this one.
Yeah. And then we're going to go back down to the road and then follow it north up towards Starry. Yeah, we spent a lot of time hanging out at this castle in real life, just chilling out, chatting, eating, talking.
Rain Man, is Fresh Timber on this year? I had fun on the island except for John's birthday cake. Sorry about that. I didn't make the cake. Don't know where that cake came from. All right, it was poisoned. That was fun though. Again, like we sort of wrapped up and then we left. So thanks to anyone who played the island event with us. That was really, really fun. But Fresh Timber, yeah, we'll do something in Fresh Timber.
Great. Right, I guess we go back. This way?
Yeah, okay.
Down here? Was that? Yeah, down through here. So now it's back to the main road.
Back down.
And back through Vishnoi, and then up to Starry.
Oh.
What?
Hang on, do this something kind of funny. Come up here a sec. This might be fun. This is where we shotgun the beer. I'm gonna just get you to drink a can if that's all right.
Yeah, can do.
You just drink
Sorry,
this
sick.
and face me.
Tower's an IRL place. It doesn't actually have a pool tower like that. It's more of like a ruin. But the tower, roughly speaking, there's a castle there. Like there's a town. Where there's a town, there's a town. They don't always look bang on, but they are where they are. But I'd say it's a surprising amount of similarities. Obviously, they use a lot of creative license, like to make it a fun map. But yeah, there is a castle there, and we've been there. Does look slightly different there, but you'll see it on the video. Like, for example, there aren't houses right here.
You want to know more about DayZ too? Well, we don't know anymore, I'm afraid, but it is super exciting. It's actually such huge news, and good for all of us who love DayZ. Obviously, like there was a small chance that we were never going to get a DayZ 2. But now it's confirmed. Really excited. It's going to be a slow progress, but I would imagine they will, when it's playable, they'll probably invite us back, I hope, fingers crossed, and we'll get the scoop again. So just subscribe, basically just subscribe to our channel if you want to stay up to date with all the DayZ 2 news.
Yeah. This was basically the final stretch. Yeah. After the castle.
It sort of leveled out a bit, and then it was a bit more bearable. We're absolutely exhausted at this point, everybody. But yeah, this part was pretty level ground up until here. It's been pretty much uphill the whole time. And next stop is Starry Bar, which is a real big red barn, which you're gonna see. You'll see what photos of it in real life, got videos of it. It's identical. It's identical. The only thing is, it's actually on somebody's land, and you sort of gotta sneak in there if you want to grab a photo with the barn.
Did you enjoy the support stream with Mark? Yeah, it was cool. I mean, we were sort of like, we were just chilling in the background, really, just watching. But it was cool to be there, and we asked a few questions. At that point, they couldn't tell us like anything, and then 2 days later, they just told us everything. But yeah, no, it was good. I enjoyed it. And in fact, on a similar note, there's a chance that this afternoon, not sure exactly what will happen because I'm not sure if there's 6 is a crowd or not, but we might do a team up with Marks playing on the DayZ account this afternoon. We have an option to if we want to, and maybe next week we're going to do another one with Martin and Marks, hopefully, who are the guys from that stream. So should be a lot of fun. Loads of cool opportunities, which we're really grateful for coming our way.
Can you tell us more about the Morse code? We didn't learn anything else about Morse code, but what I can tell you is that this afternoon we'll be able to get our hands on the actual piece of paper with the Morse code on it. So we can find out together later today on Experimental.
Yeah, just a quick one. The road actually splits here, and I think we want to be on the right fork. So basically, in real life, the town we're standing in right now is called Blansko, and obviously in game it's called Vishnoi, but we want to go to the right fork because in real life this left fork actually is a dead end. So we want to go up to the right and then follow this one all the way down into Starry.
Have I lost our route? Hang on.
They do a comparison photo. Yes, I've got a route. In fact, there's no more navigating to be done. Really, it's literally just run up this road. They did a comparison photo, or not everyone was in the comparison photo, but yeah, they did. Do the barn owners know they have a famous barn? Well, I did a bit of Googling. The answer is yes, it's actually become a bit of a problem. It is genuinely just a guy's farm who, if he's not interested in DayZ, he's probably like, why are these people coming onto my farmland, taking a photo of my barn? Because to him, it's just his barn. So apparently it is a little bit of a problem that they have people going on the land. But we'd gone all that way, so I guess we weren't not going to go to the barn.
Yeah. Hello, noob. For us, it is currently midday, 12 o'clock, 12:20.
Right, final stretch.
Final stretch to the red barn.
Crazy that we chose to do this on a popular server and we even risked dying during this adventure. But we did just kill a guy. Could have got shot anywhere along this run, but we've been so chill.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice. Lovely weather.
You've heard a rumor about quad bikes and buggies. To be honest, well, I think we would have heard that rumor if that was a substantial rumor. The answer is, we don't know everything that's going to be in the final version of Badlands. They might be keeping some. They might go, and 1 month from now, there might be a trailer that drops on the DayZ Twitter of a helicopter, and it might be that they have helicopters sorted, working, and they've just been like holding it back as like another exciting thing. Just to be clear, I plucked helicopters out of thin air there. I'm not saying that they're going to be there, but what I am saying is they'll have stuff they haven't showed us yet that they'll use to sort of generate more hype, even closer to the release date. So, to be honest, we know what we know now, but it's not everything. Do we cosplay at Rusthaven? Do you have a pick? I would say, I don't want to say lazy cosplay, but there's a few things you can dress up as a post-apocalyptic festival. You could go like steampunky, you could go like Viking, you could do whatever you want. But one of the options, which happens to be an appropriate one with DayZ, and also the easiest, it's sort of just like military, dirty military. And because the temperature was going to be so hot, we just sort of went shorts, t-shirt, like military shorts, military t-shirt, scruff it up a bit, beige colour, very Badlands sort of vibe.
Yeah, I also dirty hobo. I went for the hobo t-shirt and shorts. That was it. Yeah. I knew it was going to be really hot, so I didn't want to overdress. A lot of people were wearing some crazy outfits, but they must have been roasting hot. I do have a photo. Should I post it?
Can do, yeah. But some people really went to town and stuff. Like I know, like people like Holly had like 3 outfits, one for every day. But no, we went very basic, but sensible in the heat. It was ridiculously hot.
Okay, so I've just posted a photo of me and George in our scruffy little outfits at Rusthaven on the Discord in the IRL's photos channel. So if you do want to see what we look like, then you can go there and you can check it out. What's that brown stain on my shirt from? My shirt, it fell in the toilet at one point, the Portaloo.
Hang on, just one quick one.
So this is a big field. Remember that big field we walked down? This is actually identical, except from the road. There wasn't a road, but there was a big field like this. It was really high, like, yeah, it was like waist high.
I got a really cool video of Sour climbing a deer stand, which I'm sure was here. But yeah, we even down to this fence line down here, we could see the red barn from a distance, and then we followed it down. I think we went down to the right, but I don't know now.
We went all the way down to the main road. I'm pretty sure.
We didn't cross a bridge, I know that much. Well, either way,
It was
it's
sheep.
pretty similar. Starry is a town that is a pretty good match to the game. Obviously not an exact match, but in terms of the red barn and the barns next to it and some of the houses next to it, this one's a pretty good side-by-side comparison. Maybe just follow the path.
Yeah. No, this one was really cool.
We got a lot of footage from this town. It's actually where we got the bus back to the train station, which is funny because apparently, you know, we went to the well, we'll see it in a second, but we hung out at like a park. Apparently that space is there, so which means I'm excited to see this. This is probably what I've been most excited about because we actually hung out in this one for a little bit. So maybe we can navigate based on real
2
life.
seconds. Let's get the door.
Okay. But yeah, if you have any questions, get them in the chat about anything. Sorry if we're repeating ourselves, but we're just dumping information on you. This is Summer Chinaris. This is Summer Chinaris. And another really important thing is we, at some point soon, are going to end this stream and then we're going to do a Twitch stream. We haven't been streaming on Twitch yet, but we're going to do a Twitch stream later.
Moglievka.
Gunshot.
No, not Moglievka. Starry support. Gunshot. I'm actually really excited to see all this side by side. Like, I think it's going to come out really cool.
So we walk down here.
Walk down here. It's a bunch of... there's a quiet little village. A bunch of residential houses.
We should probably say on that note, by the way, on this entire walk, we probably bumped into like 4 people. Like this whole area is a really like quiet place. You don't see many cars, you don't see many walkers, you don't see much anything. So yeah, I think no, it would have been slightly further on. I'm trying to think where we were like stand.
Yeah, like opposite this entrance to the farm. So like we came down here. We made it to this point here. And then I guess this is where we this
Some
is the
people
entrance.
did go in. Some people did go in.
We went over here. And basically at this point we're sort of on someone else's land. There was a big residential house here. There was a long barn, and then we literally came down here. It's so similar. It's so similar. It's cool.
Yeah. Barn was all closed up. We definitely weren't allowed in the barn. So we came around here. These barns were both here. And then everyone sort of sat here. And we got a group photo, which we'll have to put in the video as well. A group photo of us standing... let me close the barn.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like it had been like boarded up, like locked off. I think he was sick of people coming to see it and didn't want people going inside. So it was like barricades blocking the doors and stairs. There's genuinely is like a staircase over there to the right. I mean, it looks like pretty much identical.
Pretty bang on. Yeah, we've got a group photo here. Those barns exist. But yeah. You can see why they chose to take us to Sorry Barn before the trip. Remember, we did that run to Sorry Barn. It is, of all the places we saw, probably the most, like, standing here is the most uncanny place we've seen so far, I would say. Like, this looks like this.
Yeah.
I've got, like, a vivid memory of standing right here.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And then we went back. I'll even feel like I should walk the exact route just because it
Yeah,
feels,
feels fun.
if I don't.
Then we went back out, and it was like, right, we've seen most stuff. And then everyone had like run out of water at this point, and some people had made their way into some resident's house, and they were giving us all waters. Really nice local family. I don't know what house that would
take it
be.
one step. I can take it. No, I can tell you exactly what house it would be because that fountain is there.
Yeah.
And that is the house. So this is the house here.
So yeah, this well is literally here. There might even be a church next to it.
Sticker on it in real life, by the way. That thing. So yeah, the this garden is where people sat and had drinks with the locals. They were giving out like elderflower water.
This is the house. Yeah, this is the house. They let us into their garden.
The wells look exactly like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Then you got the church, and then just beyond the church is the field, right?
Bus stop
on the right.
and a park. In real life, there was a park, which is not here. It's like a little play area. I went on a seesaw with Max, Armor Max. I went down the slide. For a pine cone at Minder. Is this our bus stop?
It must be. It must be that we got the bus from here, but that shop isn't there. That is the park.
Yeah, it's a park.
And then that's the hill that goes up beyond the park. So then we got the bus from here.
That's it. We got the bus. The bus comes every hour. We didn't even know if the bus was going to show up. It's not on Google Maps or anything. That's how rural this place is. The bus stop's not on Google Maps.
Nice. And then we got on a bus and we went. So that is the end of the adventure. But pretty cool. Particularly starry. I really like the look over point. It looks over Cherno. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The view off the top of Zub was pretty bang on. And being at near the barn in Starry was pretty bang on.
Yeah, this town in particular, very cool, very, very. It was worth it. It was worth the grueling hike to make it here. And yeah, I did have fun on the seesaw. There's a video. I'll put that video in the video of me on the seesaw. Yeah, we made it twice now. It does make me appreciate the map more than ever, having done that in real life. We literally done all that in real life.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the bit we covered is the most one-to-one. Anything more north than that, I think it goes slightly wishy-washy. They like add airfields and stuff where there isn't really airfields. But the bit we did, that run is, pretty bang on the money in terms of the walk that we did.
Yeah.
Did you prefer Tizzy or this? I think Tizzy, maybe. Actually,
I'm actually torn. I don't know.
This was quite nice, but the only thing this one lacked is the ability to go in. I like the urban exploration side of the
so
Tizzy.
true. Yeah, that's so true. There's no abandoned buildings to explore. It's mostly just visual scenery. It was scenery that you can look at. So yeah, maybe the Tizzy one's cool because you feel like you're a bit more immersed. You're a bit more I can pick stuff. I can pick up this wrench that some dudes left in a military bunker. God knows how long ago.
All right, nice. What do you want to do?
Should we just keep going?
Well, do you not want to play Experimental for a bit? Since it's out.
Can do, yeah. We've got to swap over. We'll probably swap over in about an hour. So what we could do is... As in swap over to Twitch in an hour.
Yeah.
So we'll play... Yeah, let's change server. Stop that recording.
Otherwise we'll just end up doing what we did last time, which is going up into the airfield. But yeah, let's go to Experimental.
It's definitely up.
Do you want me to confirm that? Hang on, give me 1 second.
Check, I guess check Steam for downloads, Experimental. don't know if it's updated. I don't think so.
Apparently, DayZ did a tweet saying it's up.
Should we try it?
I feel like that's the place to be, right? Otherwise,
Yeah,
we're just doing an
let's
old
try it.
Chinaris run.
And where is the gang? Where's the gang?
Who's the gang?
They're playing it.
Oh,
Happy
I
Bombs.
don't know if we're doing that. We'll see. I don't know if they we're too many or not. But we'll see. But I don't think they're on now. If that's what you're worried about.
Lexi and Happy are on.
But yeah, someone asked how you play experimental. You have to download a. Definitely don't download Armor of Forger Experimental like I'm doing.
So experimental play. Wait, close DayZ. Nice. So experimental is like a test version of DayZ where they. It's not the official DayZ version. It's like where they test stuff, and today they've added some of the Badlands stuff. Road to Badlands, they're calling it. Into the experimental, so you can basically go on and play. You can find the new convoys, the desert convoys, the desert plates, the new desert helmets, and the Morse code. The new gun should also be in the Scar H, so we might hunt that down. I think the new gun's in anyway.
It must be, because on the showcase he got killed by it. Road to Badlands is essentially testing some of the Badlands stuff, but in Chinaris. We're saying October for Badlands. We don't know that, for the record, but that's the vibe. October 31st, could be. I don't know. Well, we'll find that information will come out at some point soon. Yeah, they'll probably do it as a fresh timber thing. Any new attachments for weapons? There's a new site for the Scar H. Are you there, by the way? Because you haven't spoken about 2 minutes.
Yeah. Just I don't know what server we're doing.
Oh, right. I'm still downloading experimental.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm here.
Scar H confirmed with 308. I don't know if it's been like officially confirmed, as in like I don't think DayZ have said outright, but I think it's been all but confirmed in that, like, it's in the stream that they just did, and people have like worked out exactly what it is. We're back to streaming completely normally. So what's happening now is basically we've you can apply for like front page on Twitch, which gets you, like, if anyone opens Twitch today, we'll be on the front page. It's just something you can apply for, but there's a stipulation that you can't multi-stream to YouTube whilst activating that. So today we've not so far been streaming on Twitch, only YouTube, and then soon we're going to swap to Twitch, but we have to then kill YouTube. So if you want to watch us this afternoon playing on Road to Badlands, you'll have to join us on Twitch. That's only for today. That's only for today. But yeah, we'll be as going forward, we'll be streaming completely as normal.
Client build 16347.
Do you think the experimental mechanics in Badlands will push a lot of DayZ players away? Not at all. Not at all. Especially not compared to Sakao. Sakao, from no fault of its own, really, had a lot of like hold mechanics where you have to sit by a fire, which I think is really survivally, but also you burn out quite easily and that sort of stuff. The star is like sunny and bright, and the only thing that could be slightly annoying is the sandstorm. But I think if it doesn't last for too long, then actually it's not too bad at all. So it's not as hot as it sounds. There's a lot of like, oh, you need to cool down, you need to put water on your head. It's not crazy off-puttingly survivally.
Mine didn't actually update yet. Okay, now I've got it.
Think of it easy for new DayZ players to get an example with the crafting of bases. Do you mean the new base building stuff? We don't actually know, to be honest. We've seen it's possible. We've not built a fortified base. So it seems simple, though. It's a lot like building an improvised shelter or something.
Yeah, boot it back up. Crafting. Yeah, I wish we got more experience with the crafting of the buildings, but there was no time. We wanted to explore that few hours that we had to play it. It looked pretty standard though, like, you know, like just bring wood and nails and stuff to the house. Attach it to each slot. So you go up to the window, you slide it in there. But it looked good. Yeah, I'm joining the server. No Twitch. No, well, no Twitch right now. We're gonna do Twitch in a bit. We have front page on Twitch today, so you're not allowed to crossplay. Not allowed to crossplay. So we did YouTube first, and then we're gonna do Twitch afterwards. In about 50 minutes. About 50 minutes. So maybe like 40 minutes. We'll switch over to Twitch. You're waiting for the PlayStation 6 version of GTA 6. Oh yeah, GTA 6 is a PlayStation exclusive, right? First of all, which is annoying. I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll get PlayStations. I guess PlayStation sales are gonna rocket up. What PlayStation are we on now? PS5 and PS6. Is that like actually out? Is that confirmed? PS5 version held back. I mean, you're gonna have to have some good tech to run GTA 6, right? Looking forward to Sahin Kaya by John McClane. He's working on it again. I forgot about that map. I remember that map. It's like last year, maybe. Like, there's a big map. We had fun on it. We had some incredible snipes. It's one of them very open maps. Sahin Kaya. Big project. Those maps like that take a long time to make for like one dude. What, GTA 6 is coming out on the Xbox as well? Why did I think it was a PlayStation exclusive? It runs better on PlayStation, apparently, I see. Guess I'm gonna have to get a new console. I don't use mine very much, but I don't know. We'll have a look. How are you going to be playing Badlands? How are we going to be playing Badlands? We're going to be playing it on PC when it comes out. Ooh, live. Yeah, we're live. Hello. Badlands does not come out today. It comes out probably like October, November time this year. It's looking good though. We got hands on with it over the last week and it is looking good. It's very, I mean, they've done a lot. There's a few bugs and things they need to work on still, but it's looking pretty good. Stream is not over. We are joining experimental now, where it has the Road to Badlands update, which is includes some of the new Badlands items they want to test out, like the convoys. We're going to join up with the devs and Lexi and Holly. We have the opportunity to. We might do. What about convoys? There's new convoys, which are the Badlands convoys. They want to test them out, I think. So they've stuck them on Shinaris, and we're going to be able to play it. Find the convoys, find the new items, find the punch cards. No, Lexi and Holly are playing with the devs. And Happy Bombs. Are we more excited for Badlands 2? Or, sorry, are we more excited for Badlands or DayZ 2? That's a good question. That's a tough one to answer because being hands-on with Badlands and it's just around the corner, so that's super fun and exciting. But then you got DayZ 2 confirmed, which is like, that's a relief. It's like a relief. Like, ah, thank you. Thank you. Now we know, like, we've got something to look forward to in the future. Rather than like, oh. Okay, yeah, I think we might join them as well, because why not? It'd be fun. So we might join Lexi, Happy Bombs, Holly, and Marks in experimental, because why not? Might as well. Punch card to what? Well, it's not even a punch card. Did I say punch card? What I meant was a secret note with Morse code or something on it. How you get on, George?
I'm in the queue, yeah. So don't wait for me.
I'm in the queue too. Okay, just make sure you actually made it to the queue.
No, I haven't. Yeah. Once I get in the queue, I'm going to quickly go and get a drink. Right, I'm in the queue.
Okay, when you get back, I'm going to eat a Greg's chicken roll.
Yeah, okay. Back in a second.
Is the Morse code stuff on experimental? Exactly, yeah, it is. It is. So we're going to try and find that, see if we can like have a proper look at it, because we didn't really get to have a proper look when we were sat in the dev stream before. Morse code. I can't even remember what it looks like. Can't even picture it. The drum kicks in. This song are the Morse code message. I have decoded it. Oh, I see. I don't know what. I don't know how it can. I don't know what it could be. It's going to be what? Numbers? Does anybody know Morse code? I don't know Morse code. That'd actually be super. If anyone in the chat knows Morse code, that'd be super helpful. It's going to be some sort of like code to like a bunker door or something like that, like some sort of secret. Like I said, when I was playing Badlands, I found a door with a keypad, numbered keypads, right? I couldn't interact with it, but it doesn't mean in the final version you might be able to interact with it. And for all I know, that keypad door that I found would need the Morse code card. And maybe that code is maybe that code is like every resets every to a different number. Oh yeah, no, the Morse code in this particular version will have no function. That probably is, that would be correct. Yeah, it's going to be something to do with some sort of in Badlands, some unlock some door. Right now they're just testing the convoys, and they spawn at convoys, so we better get hands on with it, but not be able to use it for anything. Is there anything else you were hoping for in Badlands that you didn't see in Prague? Is there anything I was hoping for in Badlands? I would say the opposite. I was hoping for... There was more than I was hoping for. Let's just say that. It's much bigger and better than I thought it would be. Will the Colox be on experimental? No. No, it'd be it'd be like knuckle dusters, a new knuckle dusters, some new armor, new hat, new gun. Trying to think what else we saw. What else did we see on the road to the Badlands stream? Schoolboy, good to be back. Hello, welcome in. You don't know Morse code, just George's door code. Okay. That's not helpful, though. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of bunkers in Badlands. A lot of bunkers and passages and stuff like that. Which is good. I just hope it's like... It seemed like there was a lot of secrets, which is fun. I love secrets. I wish I saw a well. I didn't see the rebuilding of a well. And I'm pretty sure you can dismantle a well too. So you can destroy it if you want to be a troll. Did you film anything over that? Yes, we have a video coming. It's we went to Chernarus in real life, which we just recorded some clips in game as well of us doing the same walk. Hello, reload. Hello. Yeah, so we have one video. We've got one video coming from like real life stuff. It's just one video of us doing the hike to Chernarus, and it was really cool. I actually recommend it to anyone in the area. Banana Man, good afternoon. Good to see you guys. I'm good, thank you. Reload, how are you? Touching Prague. Sorry for the rustling sounds. Ooh, Greg's. Got myself some Greg's, mate. Sugar-free Red Bull. Bang. Chicken roll. Bang. Feels cold. How good is this going to be cold? A chicken roll. It's like a sausage roll, but chicken. I also got some mozzarella bites. Which look alright. They look alright. They got some dip. Yeah, sorry, I'm joining the server. I'm joining the queue in the server. I'm fourth in the queue. I can show you a quick look. Yeah. I don't know what screen would you rather see this? It shows I'm actually doing stuff. And then I'll just like play a song or something. Ambience or something. You missed the Rat King voice. Oh, hello! Can you tell us about the new survival mechanics? Which ones in particular are you interested in? Chicken roll cold is probably still good. I hope so. When are you going over to Twitch? 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so. You don't have to have an account to watch on Twitch either. So if you want to come on over, you can. You're very welcome to. 7 p.m. here. 7 p.m. It's 1 p.m. here. Can shout out my mate, Jazzface. Oh, Jazzface. Yeah, of course I can. Of course I can. It's hot here in New York. It's hitting 100 today. 100 Fahrenheit. I think that's like, I don't know what that's at. 30 something. 30 something. Celsius. 9 p.m. for you. You should charge for these cameos. What, the shout outs you mean? Yeah, I should, shouldn't I? The heat mechanics. The heat mechanics didn't. There's not too many crazy heat mechanics. It's just hot. It's very hot on the map. There's a few cold mechanics, as in like cooling yourself down. So you can pour water on your head. You can put your clothes in the pots and stuff, and get your wet clothes. Other than that, one thing I didn't know, maybe I'll ask Marks, is it colder underground? Because in real life it would be very cold in the tunnels. Good to know. That'd be good to know. The sandstorms, however, the sandstorms do affect you quite severely. They can make you go blind, and they affect your lungs. If your eyes and mouth are not covered, you'll get those two symptoms. So those two are quite cool. And they do actually slowly, like, really mess you up. There's not an actual like heat sickness per se that I've seen. Hello, outdoors guy. Yeah, it's just like, obviously if you're hot, then you're just gonna lose your hydration really, really fast. That is basically the hot mechanic. Cold chicken roll sounds like salmonella special. I hope so. Smells good. Oh, it smells well good. I'm excited to eat that in a second. When George is back, I'm gonna eat that. Do I have any Tetra? What, in real life? Don't stop scaring me like that. I'll tell you one thing. Well, it's not funny, but sour sweet. Right. I don't know why he did it. He ate some random berries off of a tree, and then he was throwing up for like 3 hours straight. We can laugh about it now, but at the time he was not feeling very well. But I don't know why he did that. It's so funny. Did you find any clothes that keep you cool? Also had large inventory spaces. Yes. Yeah, there was some like military Middle Eastern sort of clothes with like some decent pocket size. They look kind of cool. The outfits were definitely cool. There was also, it might be placeholder stuff, but like they still had the hot clothes, you know, like the best insulation field jackets. Well, I think they're called field jackets. They still had them around, and I was thinking like, no one's gonna wear that. Surely no one's gonna wear that. It's too hot. So I didn't know if that was like just a placeholder thing, like until the proper version. Where's Badlands based off? I think it's like it's based off Takistan, which is like the Middle East somewhere. Classic sour. Yeah. He bounced back though. My sickness out here. It's not necessarily winter clothes. It's just like a big, you know, the big military jackets.
Is fresh spawns up on the wall yet?
Hey, Morten Sorensen. No. Is the answer. It's not up on the wall yet. It's going up tomorrow. Thank you for the 20 DKK, Morten. Legend. Thank you very much. Oh, well. I'm in, so I'm actually going to head over. Why does my sensitivity feel so high? Jesus. He stopped throwing up and does beer. Yeah. That's pretty much the way. Wow, that feels so high. Crank that up. I guess because we're on experimental, it's all changed. Is that save? Save. Boom, boom, boom. Extreme, extreme, extreme. High. Enabled. Extreme. Do you know what? You just done that. Crank that up as well. Good. And oh, then sensitivity. I don't know what I normally have it at, 50? Might have it lower than that normally. That feels alright. In Wobo video, Wobo is going to be making probably a very detailed video, so keep an eye out for that as well. Ace Major Look, thank you for the tier 2, 13 months. Over a year now. Over a year. Yeah, this isn't DayZ 2. How was Prague? I'm sure you already gave some details, but can you do the down and dirty for us? Prague was amazing. It was amazing. It was so much fun. Hardly any sleep, but a lot of fun. It's very hot as well. Some of the days I was just absolutely like brain dead. It was just too much. But it was so much fun. And the devs are awesome. All the content creators are awesome. We met some new people. We saw some familiar faces. We met JLK for the first time, which is fun. Lottie was there. Katiak was there as well. She's so bubbly. She's constantly happy, and she's quite quirky and funny. Are we going to make an appearance in Werbo's video? I think his video is probably going to be more informative than a vlog, so probably not. But we did make it into Taupe Rec did like a vlog thing, and we are in that. Going outdoors. Have a good day at work. Schoolboy. You off? Catch you later, man. Catch you later. They fed you more than a sausage on a stick. Well, yeah, because this time it was actually a festival, so you can just go and buy. You can buy like there's little food stands. You can get like a. They had a really good burger place. They do the best burgers. But they also have other stands. They had like a vegan stand. They had like a. I had a quesadilla at one point. I did have a sausage, paprika sausage. Some dude cooked for me at one point. What else did I have? Oh mate, I had the best toast at about 2 a.m. in the morning. We found this random stand that was still doing food, and it was like they had toast, and then they rubbed garlic on it, and then they put like cream cheese on it, and then they put like this chutney stuff on it, and they put like this hot spicy ketchup on it. It was like the best thing I've ever had. I don't know if that's because it was like drunk food. You know when you're drunk and you have some like dirty food, it's like the best thing ever at the time. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like the best thing ever at the time. Badlands, I think October, November at a time, roughly. Pet Bean for me. I will. Bean. Oh, Bean's like, she missed us a lot. She's been really needy since we got back.
Right, I take it you're in.
I'm in the server. I'm in Electro. I know they're in Cherno. But I will AFK for a minute.
Okay.
Eat some food. I'm gonna go up a ladder or something.
Get a nice view because people won't be able to see me. They just have to be able to hear me.
I'm gonna go to the top of this apartment in Electro.
Yeah. I have no idea what you just spoke about, but I don't have any questions.
About nothing serious. The toast. No, I said something about the toast.
Oh, right. Yeah, if anyone has any questions about anything we've been up to or seen the last few weeks, or not, let me know. Or if you've been up to stuff, if we've missed certain things. One thing I am interested in is we made a lot of new friends over the last week. What sort of team ups do you want to see? What sort of team ups do you want to see? It sounds like we're about to go and play with Marks, Lexi, Holly, and Happy, who we spent a lot of time with over the last week or so. How's the toast? The toast was incredible. I couldn't tell you what was on it. I couldn't replicate it. I think that one of the main things was like they called it chutney, and we kept going back, and they ran out of chutney. Quests. Oh, you want to see team up quests? Nice. Maybe a really quick recap of the new features. Okay. So this is the confusing thing. So there's DayZ 2, we know nothing about. There's Badlands, and then there's Road to Badlands. I'll give you the Badlands features because that's probably what you mean. And I'll probably forget some. The main headlines in Badlands: motorbikes. 2 motorbikes, 1 dirt bike, single-seater, 1 moped, 2-seater. Really cool new vehicle animations. You can push with your feet, so like you can navigate just by like scooting around. I've driven one for a few hours. Really cool, really solid. If you crash, you fall off, you go uncon, but you don't die. You get back up, get back on it. Keep going. They're really cool. New animals. Dogs, literally dogs with armor plate vests. Weird. I got killed by one after coming out of one of the bunkers. So that was cool. Sandstorms, big sandstorms, swoops across the map. If you don't have an eye covering and you're in the sandstorm, your visibility is low and you will start to go blind. Literally black screen blind, but you can still run around, which is quite funny. If you don't have a mouth covering, you'll start to like splutter. Splutter? Is that a word? And dehydrate and lose health. So I was in the storm for so long that I basically just fully died to the sandstorm. Code locks and base fortification. So on Badlands specifically, on Nasdara, there are houses that you can build up, like repair and fortify using like resources, and then you can lock them with code locks. I would guess those code locks would also be available in like the base game. So like I don't know this, but I would assume that you could lock your Chinaris base with a code lock now. Which, by the way, when we say code lock, if someone doesn't know what that is, it's a combination keypad. So in this case, it requires a battery, and you might put your code in as like 1, 2, 3, 4, but you might not have to type that in every time. It might just be once your character knows the code, you can just press F, and anyone who's initiated the code can just press F to open. There's a water. If you get hot, you pour water on your head to cool down, or you can dunk your clothes in it. You get water from dynamically spawning water trucks or underground water sources that you have to build ladders to get down to in like a tunnel system. By the way, someone said that we should team up with Ripple and Hocken. John might have just said this, but we met Hocken on the last day of the trip. Hocken was there. So we've actually met Hocken in real life. Lovely guy. A Lottie team up would be cool. We've also hung out with Lottie all week. I did a team up before we went, but I'm sure we'll do more team ups with Lottie going forward too. What did I forget? Oh, guns. So I had a Luger pistol. I was single loading 9x19s into it. It has quite a cool animation. Obviously, there's now been teased a Scar H, which fires 308s and has a new sight, which I believe is in what we're playing right now, Road to Badlands. New animals, dogs. Any other quick questions? It's hard to remember everything. Camo guns being re-added. I had a camo Mosin. Loads of new clothing, melee weapons. Loads of new building assets. They're chickens. Chickens and goats are on Nasdara. Any other question that you've not heard me answer yet? I think maybe I covered most of it. But on this one, just to be clear, This is Road to Badlands experimental, so there's some stuff on here. You would have seen us play, or Mark's play, last Monday. The goal is to find the scar. Have they added hot pants? I didn't see any. They added some cool, really cool new clothing though. Like had some fun hats and some fun shirts and stuff. Watching the game later? Yes, of course, of course. Yeah, we tried to watch as much as we could out there, but didn't see loads of matches. But yeah, loads of cool stuff. Loads of cool stuff. Lots to be excited about. Are bikes on this? No. No bikes on this. I think on this, you've got the Scar H 308 assault rifle. You've got the reskinned like helmets and plate carriers. You've got knuckle dusters with friendly on. You've got I mean, I was there. I was literally there in the stream. It's been information overload this last week. I don't think code locks are on this experimental, I should say. What happens if England loses? Yeah, that wouldn't be good. There's already been a major upset, and I don't want another one. Will you want high or low insulation clothing? I think, to my understanding, you'd be very unlikely, if not possible, to find like do you know, like when Takao came out, they dropped like the big coat? I don't think that sort of stuff will spawn on Nazdara at all. So I think most of the clothing will be region appropriate. So you shouldn't have to worry too much. But there might be some like military clothing that is too warm. But yeah. Max, Mike, Will, 11 months. Are these things true for console also? The most exciting thing about today, or the trip, every single thing applies to console too. There's no like, oh, PC will have this, but you know, console will have this. It's official, as in like it's the base game update. So you will be able to play Badlands on PlayStation and Xbox, and that's probably one of the most exciting things because it is so different to Chernarus that it really feels worth the money. It's such a new, different experience that you guys on console, it'll blow your mind. I think it might blow your mind. But yeah, anyway, enough about Badlands, unless you really want to hear me waffle about it over and over again. What's everyone been up to? You got any general stuff you want to talk about? Chuck your questions in the chat. What's happening right now is John's eating quickly. Then we're going to kill the YouTube stream, and we're going to move to Twitch, and we're going to play with Marks. He's streaming on DayZ. Holly, Lexi, and Happy Bombs. We're going to run around on Road to Badlands, which is experimental. The reason we're doing that is because we have front page on Twitch, so we can't multi-stream it. After a year, you finally got a driving test booked. Very nice. We had Captain Pierogi, who had passed his test earlier, so congratulations on getting one booked. I'm sure you'll smash it. Or hopefully not smash it. You're walking around a pool in Italy, going back home to the UK in the morning. Very nice. Very nice indeed. It's all right for some. How much will Badlands cost? I don't know. I don't think that was ever said.
Less than
I don't
30.
think that was ever said. Less than 30.
Okay. I'm back. Red Hand, hello. Enjoy your meal. I did. To be fair. Chicken roll. Pretty good. Pretty good. Do you know what? It tastes exactly the same as a sausage roll. But it's chicken meat. So actually it's better for you. So I would order that every time. More protein, less fat. Chicken roll. It makes sense. It makes sense. From Grace, yeah. I also had these mozzarella bites. They were pretty good with a bit of a sweet chili dip. Okay, I'm in Electro. I know these guys, so
Yeah.
we're going to be joining Holly, Lexi, Marks, Happy Bombs. They're in Cherno somewhere. Where are you?
I would have gone. I forget. I met Miss Fix in game, so I went quiet because I was chatting away in game.
Oh,
But
no way.
I forgot that you guys wouldn't have been able to hear that, I guess. So she's around.
Where are you?
I'm in Electro now, as of 1 second ago.
Did she kill you?
Only because I asked her to, yeah. I've been
Okay.
Arizona.
Yeah, okay. We need to set up Mumble and stuff.
I think I'm in the Mumble.
Although,
Which
to be
means we
fair,
have to
we're
set up
swapping
push
over
to
in
talk.
5 minutes. So
Yeah, that kind of works perfectly.
we do that in a minute. Just me,
But yeah,
just
just
me
to
and
be
you.
super clear, right? Does everyone understand what's happening? Because this could be confusing. In 5 minutes, we are swapping from YouTube to Twitch. If you hate Twitch, I'm sorry. This is literally the only day ever that we will have to do this, probably. But just how it works is we can't multi-stream on a day where we have front page on Twitch, basically. So, exclamation mark Twitch in a minute if you want to join us. You don't have to. Yeah, we're going to be playing over there for a few more hours, playing on experimental.
Yeah, we're going to find some of the new stuff. So it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth coming over.
But yeah, let's set up
confused.
on Mumble and all that stuff.
Should we go into Mumble now?
So I think I'm currently talking on Mumble.
And then we
I think that'll
go
work.
push to... Right, uninstall
Why can't you
Mumble.
multi-stream and confused? Are you really confused or are you winding me up? I'll answer it as if you're being serious. Basically, we've applied for front page Twitch. So if you open Twitch today, we're on the front page. It's just like a fun feature they do for partners. So, but while you activate in that feature, they don't want you to multi-stream. So we're just going to play by the rules and not multi-stream, which is why we're doing basically 2 streams, just 1 on each. But like I said, back to normal tomorrow. This isn't a permanent thing. I need to push to talk.
Where's
on
my Mumble?
Discord, yeah.
Mumble.
Push to talk. Test, test, test.
Hello. No, I was pushed to talk on there, but trying to get my Mumble doesn't seem to want to work.
Is it because of the aisle?
No, I'm in. But you can't hear me on Mumble. Is that right? Or do you hear me twice? Oh, we've set it up differently on... I see what you're saying. So we need to change it from push to talk to continuous. Hello? Hello? Oh no. Does this not work? You can't hear me? I can't hear George. Continuous transmission. Output speakers. Output plugins. Oh, maybe I need to turn that plugin off. Apply. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you the whole time. It's whether you can hear me.
I hear you now. You doing it now?
Okay. Yeah, I'm talking to Mumble normally. So
Sweet.
yeah, I think we're good.
So we can leave this
And then
call.
if we were to talk in the group, test. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you hear me? What about right now? Do you hear me right now? This second. Hello. Do you hear that?
I hear you now.
Do you hear me right now?
Yes.
Okay, that's not good because I need to push to mute on Discord as this button. That's fine. I can do that.
No, you want to? Yeah, you work out.
No, push to more. On Mumble. Sorry.
Push to talk, like caps lock, the caps lock button.
No, your push to talk on Discord has to be your push to mute on Mumble. So I don't hear you twice, and you don't hear me twice, I guess.
I see what you're saying. So my thumb button needs to have a shortcut. Sorry, you're getting the behind the scenes here. But anyway, basically, we're about to swap over any second now, guys. So basically, what's going to happen is we're going to go over to Twitch now. So come and find us on Twitch, freshspawns, twitch.tv/freshspawns. We're going to be over there from now on this afternoon, finding all the new stuff, teaming up with Lexi, Holly, Happy Bombs, and Marks. So come and join us, please. And hopefully we'll see you on the other side. So that's it, yeah. This is going to end now.
Join us on Twitch.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.